Friday turn up ndani ya club hata on a Tuesday. Na miujipata kila sana papasa kashude. Pasa dansa mini mudo toma Tuesday. Mafisi wanahanga ya mahaga na ma cute face. Na binti anakani kama yeni star wa movie. Mwili amebeba kama nganya ya bure. Itabidi hata bili kizidi wika mbele baridi na glasi ya champagne for the girl. Kite kale kimam yake dance for the man. Makeli mechizi non after club ni madhare. Yeni katikivi usiku yote hadi kwari.
Wewe ndio umechelewa.
Mimi niko on time. Yeye ndo amechelewa.
Wait, W's in the chat, man. W's in the chat for our guests. 20 kazi.
Oh,
Can use that one minimum.
Unataka kuuza ita. Ama uchukue hiyo tu. But this is easier to pick up.
unanipatia pressure hapa na vitu.
It's okay.
Sawa, keep my hands.
Let's plan on dancing.
Wait. W's in the chat. Come on guys. Tuko na mgeni hapa. Mgeni amekuja. Mgeni ni kama amefurahi. Mgeni yako hapa. Shout out. Michael, shout out to Michael. Nasema shout out. Tuko karibu kutapa show moja hapa Murwa. Nduta ako kwa njia lakini hajafika. Lakini kwa sababu tuko na umma na dada hapa, Nduta atakaa pale kando.
Nduta hapa iko kwa hii episode mazee. Hii ni episode yangu.
Sijui nani alimwambia kwamba tuko na Muthaka leo. Alrighty. I'm seeing the W's, man. Let's do this, man. Bashir, I think it's good. Let me put in the intro music. Let me test the pararira. Yeah, let's go. I think we're good to go. Bashir, the intro music is on. Use the volume to go. Let's go, my brother. 20 cars.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, and good night, depending on where you are watching from. If you stumble upon this broadcast, then you're in luck because you are about to enjoy the baddest show in the world, the most entertaining, the biggest podcast, the biggest show in the universe, and the Milky Way, and the non-universe, and the unknown universe too. And
Even
today,
all the way to Kitengela, my guy.
speaking of space and speaking of outer space in particular, we do have a star in the building.
You guys are star in the building, bruh.
And I'm talking about none other than, you've heard her voice, you've heard her singing, but today you get to know her story and get to chill with her.
A Freema Award winner, you guy.
Come on. All the awards mazee zenye ziko kwa hii Kenya.
You guy, master, the baddest, the illest. She has no plan B. This is her, you guy. She's gonna be doing this till Jesus comes back.
Yeah. Muthaka. The
In the
building.
Freaking, what else? Ring shots. All of them. And
Shit.
guess who's here now? Check it down.
Fuck.
Check it, fuck, master.
Mbona uliambia Nduta mazee? Uliambia Muthaka anakam Friday ndo asikami episode.
Karibu
Tuko
sana
poa.
Nduts, manze. Oh, you heard me. No, but karibu sana.
Yeah. So
Nduta Muthaka.
Si ni namesakes, hata mimi naitwa Nduta.
Nduts.
Nduta, karibu sana. Kuna nini hapo down, some nini? Yeah,
Some.
unaweza punga haya. Can we start as your punga
Okay. Now let me finish up on the intro, and obviously a star is there to shine light on the less known smaller stars. Sitting on the right side of the couch is an old star but still shines brighter than ever. Used to be a host at Churchill Row. Used to open up for many comedians. And then he did some jokes too afterwards. He has come out to become one of the biggest podcasters in the world.
Yeah.
And also a very loving boyfriend to Maria Prude.
You guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the sole proprietor of this podcast, Baba Pod,
You guy.
Emmanuel Babe Kisinga.
Oh, you guy in the building. You guy, maze.
And also Bashir Halaiki. is
Bashir Lake in the building, man. The guy has done his own special. 1 hour special, doing really well. Imefika 12,000 views.
here. Inakaribia mazee.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man. If you haven't checked out Bashir's special, please check it out immediately. It's doing really, really well. And also, we have Nduta Kairoki in the building. She's just walked in.
Shout out.
All the way from rehearsing for a gig in Nakuru over the weekend.
Yeah, no. We're going to have it in Nakuru on June 6th.
Oh, okay.
June 12th, sorry.
June
All
12th.
right. Good to have you here, Nduta. Muthaka mazi, karibu.
Asante.
Thank you for gracing this podcast for us. This podcast yetu karibu ingie mtaro. You're a bit unwell?
Okay.
Straight into it.
I was, but sasa nimerudi niko on.
Oh, okay. Did your friend, manager Sharon tell you that we are wishing you a quick recovery?
Yes, she did, and then you didn't say anything after that. So I could have died. But
You
But you
couldn't have.
didn't, because
But I
stars
didn't.
don't die.
Yeah, man. Damn, that's what I love.
They shine even brighter.
Yeah, maze.
Yeah, but shout out to Sharon. Yes.
Yeah, shout out to
Salam,
her.
I'm
Mazi.
happy.
Salam, Sharon. Shout out to your brother. Unasema yeye ni nzige moja ajabu.
Biggest nzige ever. Anawapenda guys. Zanu put me on actually. He was listening to anawasikizanga sana. So I was like nikina nani hao wanashina wapiga makelele kwa kitchen. And it was y'all and I was like, "Oh."
Alikuwa anatusikiza kwa kitchen.
Akipika like akifanya vitu random kwa nyumba. So I was like, who are these people?
Anaitwaje huyo bro yako?
Anaitwa Mike Muthaka. Nimemwona hapo mahali kwa.
Mike Muthaka.
Shout
Mbona
out
alikuwa
Mike.
anapika?
Because he is a modern man.
Yeah,
Anafanya nini
later,
jikoni?
He's a modern man.
I was just baiting Duta ndionge.
Unataka tajijibia.
No, but shout out to
wewe?
him. Mimi?
Kwako?
No, mimi upika mbaya sana. Yeah. Although naishi peke yangu pia.
Oh,
So
so quality of food is debatable.
Yeah, man. So your new album is out?
Yes.
Off My Chest?
Off my chest, yes.
How long did it take you to write this new album?
Writing took like a year between October 2024 and August 2025.
Okay.
So yeah, almost a year.
So what does writing an album look like? Is it I am writing an album ama you just keep writing and mpaka inaja?
Mpaka inakuwa ni album. No, when I started, I was just looking for new material, new inspiration. And then by then I was like, wait, see, I can just write for an album. So after making that decision, yeah, tunatengeneza kitu serious, then that's when now the vetting process starts. So you write, you rewrite, you write, you scrap. Mpaka ina feel like a cohesive story. Si vitu tu unaekaweka tu. Like there you can put out multiple singles and it's just different topics, but an album has to be a bit more cohesive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So do you say I'm going to write 12 songs, 13 songs or?
You could. For me, for some reason, I always knew I wanted 11 songs, but kuna time nilikuwa naandika songs, nikadhani itakuwa 15 or 9. But yeah, for me, I wanted 11.
Okay.
So that was always going to be the number of songs. Of course, pia, kama songs zimefika 11 na kuna 2-3 zinabo, si lazima. But for me, I really liked the number 11 for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So utajuaje gani na bo, man? They're all your babies.
Yeah.
Ama
True. I mean, for me sinanga yo, like, as a songwriter, I pride myself in filtering myself. So, like, just because nimeandika kitu doesn't mean lazima ni release. So, if nimeandika kitu na feel, maybe kuna song nishaandika yenye iko na this same message, ama iko na this same vibe, maybe I just needed kuitoa tu. Like, initoke kwa roho, not necessarily, like, ni put out. So, unaweza judge harshly pia, at least ndo kwa a bit objective, especially me si mtu neza onyesha mse like hii song iko aje. So I have to do that for myself.
Yourself,
yeah.
But like being your own critic is very hard because venye Nduta anasema like they're all your like a good example is as comedians. Honestly, sidhani kuna any comedian utaka kuandika joke yenye inabo.
Right.
Because nikitoka kwa nyumba hiyo joke ilinichekesha. So sometimes has it ever happened to you like you're in studio even like with a few people you're listening to a song and it's bumping, it's really good, umeipenda, the engineer ameipenda, the producer ameipenda, and then you release it and it doesn't do well?
I feel like by the time inafika release for me, lazima ikwe ime murder. For me, like if I write a song and I still like it the next day, that's how I know, okay, at least si mbaya sana. But sizi fika mpaka ati na release na bado inibambi. Because unajua by the time inatoka, you have listened to it so many times. By the time una mix, can't let it get there.
Yeah.
Who do you trust to listen to the first drafts? Michael?
For judge, hata the last one askizangi anyway. Like kunipatia feedback.
Yeah.
Maybe okay,
producer wako.
Okay, huyo itabidi asikize. Tuko hapo na
Na manager.
Very, actually, now that you mention it, it's very rare that na onyesha mtu like, what do you think of this? Unless it's someone I'm working with. So like, unless ni an artist tuna collaborate na yeye, ndo yeye like anaweza sema, okay, labda hii si feel, ama maybe we could change this just to make it a better story. But most times itabidi nimejifilter ama producer labda aniambie.
What do you mean umejifilter?
Like, I have to be able to recognize when my work isn't good.
Oh, for real? Hey, you have. I think you guys are different from us. Us guys are very needy. Comedians.
You'll start telling the jokes.
Yeah,
you
wanna tell guys.
Yeah.
Like I'll come here, I'll tell these guys. Nowadays, I tell it on the pod, guys say it's boring. Like we need to test it out
strong.
before in front of people.
It's very rare. It's very rare. Like unless ni ile okay, maybe nimebambika sana na Kenya nimeandika and then I'm like able to listen to this, maybe it's a collaborator or someone I'm working with, alafu labda as react, but then I'll be like, oh okay, maybe haibambi. And sometimes even then I'll just be like, where me I like it. So I'll
Just put it out
I'll
there.
just
Have you ever had a song yenye unafikiria itabamba lakini haikubamba?
songs zangu zote zubamba.
Hey, you guys, just like my jokes. Jokes zangu zote zubamba. Unasikia? You guys are hanging out with real artists.
So pigia moja sahi. Tusikie.
Gani hiyo?
Tuko na mgeni, mpigie your best.
With a new material. Test it out on me.
Niko na moja lakini inaweza kuwa cancelled.
abuse.
Inaweza kuwa cancelled.
Wezi.
Ndio
Mr. Kuka.
venye ni mbaya. So like when you come up with like an album, I guess like from my little knowledge is there's a difference between an album, an EP, and there's an extended EP. What is it called?
EP means extended play.
Okay, yeah, extended playlist. So an EP doesn't need to have a storyline per se. It can just be different songs.
It could be. Sometimes an EP can just be a collection of even singles. Like mtu release my songs in like a span of 6 months, alafu akarelease tena as an EP anasema EP. But it could still be. It doesn't mean just because it's an EP it should be void of story. Like it can have just as much substance as an album depending on the creativity yako imekishow. So it could be a collection of singles, it could be a collection of just vitu random, and it could also be a story on its own.
But for an album lazima ikuwe na like kuna albums zingine zenye unaweza sikiliza on shuffle. You get, but there's some albums is like you have to listen from like the intro
in order.
Like in order, because venye umse aliandika na venye amepanga hizo songs is like a story. I don't know if I don't have an example. I think J. Cole has done one album like that.
Utasema J. Cole. I don't know why.
I look like a J. Cole fan. It must be the khakis. But like you listen to the intro, it's
interlude,
like interlude,
outro,
everything.
skit. Yeah.
So was that part of like your album ulifikiria ikuwe hivyo ama?
Not really. Actually, for Off My Chest, it's not really a storyline album. It's more of a collection of moments in my life, or moments in my life as an adult and as a woman, as an artist. So it's kind of like a progression of things that I haven't said before in other songs. Like normally I put out a lot of like love songs, songs to the vibes, but I never like talk about, like I was talking about in the first song in the album, like how I feel about my life, my death, vitu more.
Yeah? Your death? What do you mean your
nilikuwa na mshow in the first
muko. Tunapiga pod na ghost.
In the first song I talk about wanting to be cremated. So mambo kama hayo, like you don't just put out a random song talking about that alafu expect like watu wabambike nayo. So like things like that, sensitive topics, ndo vitu zenye I chose to put in the album.
Able to tell your story, how you feel about some of these things, like how are you feeling about your death? Let's start from there.
I'm feeling good about it.
So how are you feeling at the time when you're thinking about it?
I was feeling like, okay, so let's
generally talk about
death.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually in the album I talk about my death, and then also the last song I talk about is a song called June 10th, which talks about my grandfather's death. Okay. So for me, the first song talks about me wanting to be cremated. So for me, that was also like, if you listen to the song, it talks about how it ties into my insecurities, where it's zile za, do I want to be cremated just because that's actually what I want, or is it like an extension of my insecurity enye staki kuonekana kama nimededi? You know what, like, you know how ugly you look, right? So yeah, so it's that, it's like those vitu crazy, then zenye niliona, if there's anywhere to put this, let me put it there. So yeah, I don't have an aversion to death, but I hope by the time nafika hapo nitakuwa nimefigure out whether the cremation is genuinely because I want it, or because I'm still harboring feelings of earthly insecurities.
But also it's like the aesthetic side of death is not really good.
It's
I
not.
guess,
It's not
like,
cute.
it's
Yeah.
not cute.
That's funny.
Like, to be honest, it's
It's
like
not cute.
and then
Aesthetic side of that's really dope stuff.
where people have to come and see you.
You know?
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
you don't get to decide
can't
who does
approve
your
the
makeup.
makeup.
It's probably
Exactly,
me, Major
like-
Minor,
Oh my
Ah,
god.
does your makeup.
Benjamin
Damn.
atafanya fiti.
But Major Minor is a mortician. He's a good friend of the
Anzige.
pod, and
Oh, fantastic.
maybe utamwambia saizi venye atapiga
Nimbook
ma
sai
makeup.
mapema.
Wait, mnastua Michael.
Oh no, that's morbid as hell.
Wait, so what do people around you think of cremation generally?
My dad wants to be cremated. I think
Hapo ndio ulitoa idea?
maybe. But I think there's also another cousin of mine who also mentioned they want to be cremated. But I think it should be more normalized. Like, I don't think... Also, for me, I think because my dad talked about it before, I was like, And then, I don't know, the worst part about a funeral for me is like the putting in the ground. So I was just like, if we can avoid that...
Utaki kuimba hiyo wimbo? Chako tumaini.
Chake
chako tumaini sina.
Hata wanaijua. Ni Muislamu.
Nimekula mchele ya funerals usinioni.
But wait, sasa
What does your
nimekuja
mom think
kuongelelea
about
death,
that?
watu wataclick away.
Hapana, no. It's
Sio
good.
ndio stories na bamba?
Alafu ni stories zile we all think
Hizi
about
ni-
it as humans, man. Mortality. He was asking what your mom thinks.
Yeah, what did your mom think of your dad saying that?
Oh, did she think? I don't think. I think maybe he said it enough times. Okay, it's like okay, but I don't think it was like a guy type of thing. It was more of like, oh, okay, me want a normal.
Yeah, kwanza the older generation, ukiwaambia story my
Yeah.
mom says kohe hiyo. It's
What
like
is
you're,
kohe hiyo?
it's like you're just being burnt with in
Oh, she finds it to be not
yeah,
good,
bit
right?
like you're going outside of what
Morbid.
is like a
You're mistreating
sacred
the
thing.
bad.
Yeah.
You, what do you think? What are your thoughts? You?
Check, even me, I'm for cremation. If
real?
just for the ease of that time for myself and for everyone else.
Also,
I don't want to be paraded if I can help it. Yeah.
But lazima tuweke parade from gang.
Come hivi.
Kwanza imakae hapa mada for ka 1
Ama
hour.
hivi kwa shopping.
Alafu tupitie pale kwa boys wa drink.
Yeah, Brayo.
Haya,
Nimwagilie KC hivi.
Swap
Sure.
kitchen.
oh my gosh, guys.
You guy, chemi chemi. Must you have a lot of work.
No. I think cremation now makes it just makes it a bit easier to swallow. I don't
So
know.
for you, cremation is for other people's convenience.
No, for me first of all, mi sitaka kwa grao pia. Kwa grao in the sense, mi sitaki kwa nikinyesheo inanifikia.
Girl.
And then view ya huko iko chini.
One, giza tu.
Unaangalia tu vitu kutoka juu.
Unajua if you're cremated
Okay, depending on penye utaenda, but hatujui saizi.
mi ndakuwa nini. And
But
then
I guess also ni poetic, like as a Rastafarian, like from umekuwa ukichoma all your life alafu uchomwe eventually.
wait, check it.
That's deep. That's deep.
That's like
Sorry,
one
kweke
final
maspoken word.
fuck you to
That's
the
good.
life.
Bash una but you guy by Gianni, you're long gone.
Nashanga venye wase wanaongea hapa,
Yeah,
like,
by
I don't
jioni.
think it's my choice anyway. Like, if I die right now, by jioni nitakuwa nishazikwa na ni hivyo ndo itakuwa.
Na uko
And I-
sawa nayo.
na mimi niko poa nayo because sioni Kisiangani ni Mluya. So wanapiganga one
Nice.
month.
This is straight to London.
So me, like I remember seeing my dad because my dad died in the morning. Okay, I'm the one who discovered my dad asubuhi, like at like
He's
8 or
mzee.
9.
Bana.
And then I call my kuzo. Hata nilikuwa naye nikiwa LD anaitwa Abdi. Because now I don't know the process kabisa. So I call him. I call my sister. My sister does not even believe kabisa. Akata simu akaniambia wewe acha ufala. I call my bro. Bro wangu alikuwa ameenda mechi tu hapo around. But the time narudi because I'm trying to namuona akirudi akikimbia but yeah.
He was
Kuzo
coming
wangu
when your dad was
akakuja
going, bro.
because kuzo wangu ni ati?
Ati?
Time and place.
Bro wako akasema,
Bana. Hata
know,
alikuwa kambuda kwa kigo.
Yeah, that's hiyo ni kali.
I knew he'd appreciate that one.
Finally Muthaka amekuwa akishangaa wazee comedy inaanza saa ngapi. But yeah, kuzo wangu akakuja akaconfirm that yenyewe abededi. We called the mosque, akachukuliwa nini by lunchtime because hapo ndo tunafanya like the prayers.
Yeah.
Akaombewa lunchtime hivyo by after
Kumcheck
hapo
kumview or something like that.
hakuna viewing by the way. I don't think kuna viewing like ukishaingia once umeoshwa you are wrapped into that white shit
Sanda maitagwa nini
Kama
Grave
nani?
inaanza kudigiwa
Kama
mbio
nani?
mbio. Alafu uzuri
Mambo.
wanakuwekea kapilo like the way Muslims bury like they dig and then they put like a step like a place
Maybe
unaweza
they
weka,
should
like,
create a
kichwa,
way where you
sindio?
can turn. Because lying in one position is a bit off.
yes
Yeah.
ndio
Utapata bed sores.
waika kitu
Ama ni
ya
grave sores.
kuzungushaga
You were saying we're weird.
casket sauce
We, mbona mnatani interview into another thing?
no but me I'm just saying
No, but
I
I'm
feel
kidding,
like hiyo
I'm kidding.
ilikuwa ni easier that way venye tuta unasema like because hii story ya kuviewиwa na like you're just turning your date in like it's
That's-
edit tu iishe the faster it is the better
But see, they say funerals are not for the dead; they're for the living.
I think it's good that in some places the dead have a say because there's a lot of people who take advantage of their kin having died either mnavurugana ashinde amewekwa kwa mochari juu amwelewani vile mtalipa ama bado mnajaribu kujua shamba vile itagawanwa so we uko hapo as a pawn in this big story
Yeah. So there's someone who's asked, where I was going with this conversation. Starbuzz, shout out to you, Starbuzz. Nasema ask her about her perspective towards having a baby because in one of her songs kwa your album, anasema the man I love wants some babies, and Muthaka says she was meant for singing. What inspired the song?
Thank you
Hey,
so
okay.
much for listening to
Hey.
the album Starbuzz V3Q and Mnoma Sana. So it's just that. Like the person that I'm currently dating is someone who wants children. And me all my life, or at least the majority of my life, I've known that I don't want like children just because I feel like childbirth is so traumatic. Pregnancy, nini, creative life, hakuna do. So it's like that. Like there's so much to stress over. But what I do want to say is if at all that changes, like if I decide to have children, I don't want that to negate the fact that I didn't initially want it. Because I feel like as women, even as mothers, like guys are being much more honest with the experience and how it is, what that takes away from you, what you gain from it, which wasn't something that was talked about before. Like kitambo ilikuwa tu, as a woman you're giving birth, like that's it. But like now people are being more honest with what it does to your mental, your physical, your emotional, even your career, or what you could or couldn't have become in the fullness of yourself as a person or just as a woman who happens to have ovaries. So I think that's what I wanted to express because I felt like it's not often talked about in songs and definitely not by like Kenyan artists, but it's something that a lot of young women are feeling, especially sai, even just with the economy and the political state. Like kuna vitu nyingi sana zina add to the factors of kutotaka kuingiza mtu into the craziness. But yeah, my point is I haven't wanted children, but the person that I'm with, never. Like I've never sikufilio
or even like
What a
kaji
baby
imagine
fever.
sijawai.
kaji fantasize or
Do you at least
whatever.
play with them when you see them?
Also many last born, like I haven't been around too
when
many
you last
kids.
born, okay
But like nothing against kids, like we love them, we cherish them, we
check it,
we
fuck them kids.
protect them.
Yeah.
as much as
Unless,
true
Yeah.
Just
But yeah, like I think for me the thing is in my truth right now, and that has been, is I don't think I want them, and if at all I do get them, it's still gonna be, I'm gonna be honest, like it's not like
I didn't want, but now
I didn't want,
I'm now
and
on
I
this
chose
journey.
exactly.
Yeah.
I considered all the factors. Now I have
Now
you. It
I
doesn't
have.
take away the fact that I love my career. I loved it, and I didn't want to compromise it.
True.
But at the same time, even if it does or doesn't happen, as long as kuna choice.
Yeah, true that, man.
Yeah, and I want you to be honest. With
So if you're dating someone who really wants kids, how does that person feel when you say that?
Okay, maybe honestly, with all the relationships I've been in, nimekuwa upfront nayo, especially because ni kitu sikuwa najua, nilikuwa najua sitaki. So like I've always led with weka ukijua me I'm choosing to be child free, or at least for the foreseeable future. So for a while ilikuwa okay, maybe nitakuconvince, and then aliona si convinceki, alafu inaisha hivyo.
Kwani they
But
want you to get kids immediately?
not immediately, but like you know how men are.
To even
Able to tell us how we are.
Like mnadhani mta convince
do
mtu
you have
kufanya
the
kitu.
entire day
Sorry?
Tell
to tell
Tell how many. Yeah, but like it was one of those things where like they thought they could like change your mind or like convince you, or like, and I guess maybe we were saying many convince, I don't know, but that there's also the question of who are you partnered with, who's gonna be the father of your child, the qualities that they also have. Is it someone who you can see, even if you guys don't work out, ni mse mwenye atakuwa hapo for the child. Yeah, so it's not just na kudate na unajua sitaki watoto alafu you know, but it's ama ni uzee, I don't know, it's become like a more serious conversation as opposed to just vibe.
Yeah.
Nduta also don't want kids.
Yeah, very
Actually podeto
Get
ina
it.
mtu yeta mmoja manzejo.
Wala.
tunategemea boys
Man,
hapa
boys
hivi.
anatuangusha every month. Kila month. Check, imagine they've come checking fuck again. Huh? You guys, you change you guys, man.
Don't worry, maze. I think venye Muthaka anasema like me I want kids, just not right now because even animals don't reproduce in captivity.
Hey.
Nipige parallel.
Yeah, it's like the older you become, the more cognizant you are of the systems that rule the world and you just realize how powerless you are. And unless you have a certain financial muscle, having a kid, knowing what you know is very unfair.
Financial muscle helps, yes.
Yeah, so there are certain things that I want my kid to enjoy that I didn't as a kid. You get na si feel nikani
Wi-Fi.
kuna hiyo do ya
You
Clean
guys, flat
water.
screen
Running
telly,
water.
you guys lunch,
non-flooding house.
And,
Just basic shit.
you guys his own room because me I grew up with 7 siblings, so
Stop.
yeah,
That
nilikuwa
sounds
lala
fun.
sitting room.
Oh.
So, yeah. It was fun because si nilikuwa mtoi, but anyway, there are certain things zenye nataka because I understand a lot of my traumas are from when I was a kid.
Bread.
You guys, sausage, you guys will be a daily thing.
yeah.
Halal ones though.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Under my leadership,
Ama it'll be
Halal.
breakfast. Because you said you're a bad Muslim, so anything goes.
no.
as long as it's
But my
tasty.
kid will be a good Muslim.
Usimwe- acha nikagulie.
That's good.
Yeah, but I guess Kenyo wanasema the same things that you are worried about is like the finances of it all, then finding just the right space for your kid to thrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are my reasons for delaying. Obviously, in future vitu zitakuwa better. So I'll get a kid in future, but I'm not ruling out that.
Yeah, and even if you know, if vile umesema, as you grow you get to see where your temperaments take you. What are you able to handle in this life of yours? So unaweza fika hata hiyo day useme tasitaki hata mtu hata mmoja.
And also having a kid is a very I don't know is it a selfish thing or a selfless thing, like having a child?
Depends on your reasons.
Because
What do you think?
Me.
yeah,
Again, I think it depends on your reasons. Like, are you having a child just to like tick a life box and say, okay, I've done it? Are you having a kid to kuendelesha legacy, whatever that means? Or are you having a kid because you want to repair some childhood trauma that you feel you need?
Me on a kid so they can be doing the setup iPod.
That's selfish. That's selfish already.
Teki ushapiga setup wewe bana. Muthaka ko downstairs already.
So you want
What's
free
wrong
labor?
with you?
Yeah.
Utakula lunch after show bana. What's wrong?
know-
Watoto squeezy.
Yeah.
Kevman are very. Can you imagine this guy telling me he hasn't cooled lunch? He cooled fast.
ajepiga duster.
You guys free labor for 18 years. That's dope. You guys are not keen on that?
Free labor and stress.
No, but seriously, Muthaka, you've because kids, I've heard you mention money. Is how did you finance your album?
Myself.
Yeah.
Jehovah.
Kai, shout out, man, to you.
Might kutuikaribisha watu wana complain wako skip
Oh,
but
sorry,
that's fine.
guys.
From there it's good.
Achani. Okay. Yes. I paid for it myself.
Okay.
All 600,000 of my
What?
shillings.
Kenyatta shillings.
Kenya shillings.
Wow.
Yeah.
What takes the most
600,000.
money?
Visuals.
Video.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is photo shoot, your cover art, photo shoot, your press pictures, music video, visualizers, like anything you see. That took more money, because for the audio, for paying producers, paying instrumentalist sessionists, I was like half, but like mpaka wa leo I still need to create content, so that's still visuals. So yeah, hiyo ndo inakula.
Hata backup singers ama Kuna backup singer?
Yeah. There are 2 session vocalists I use. Yes.
So they're called session vocalists.
vocalists.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
like
Session vocal.
Band, studio time,
Yeah.
instruments.
Yes.
Did you make the album with is it like a live band? Like the one
I used violin, I used the cello, I used the bass, I used the guitar, I used the keyboard.
Yeah.
It was a pretty penny. Yes.
Yeah, because now you're not doing that computer-generated stuff.
No, we frown on that.
Oh, okay.
We frown on
like
that.
AI,
Take it
right?
from-
I don't endorse that at
Like this
all.
guy does not like AI thumbnails because he's a graphic designer.
You need deadly.
Sindio,
Spend on
Shout out to
shit.
me and you.
Yeah. Si ndio tuna do the work.
Si ndio tuna put in the human effort.
Sisi ndio tulifanya.
Alafu tuna reward hiyo effort. What's on put in?
And then they steal our work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So does this money come back? Hii do tunaekelea kwa album.
Right. We are trying. Yeah, even if eventually, yes, it will come back. I think when now the setup size I could get money from your royalties, is much easier. There are things like publishing, and of course, if guys listen to.
Able take us through the revenue sources.
Okay, so of course there's royalties. There is live performances. More visibility means more opportunity. So you can have endorsements. You can have, like I said, more shows. You can sell merchandise. Like it's all based on how much visibility are you able to get to the product. That way the product can then keep generating income. So it's like a long-term investment. Like nikitengeneza kitu deadly, the more, if I'm putting ads, if I'm continuously showing this one product, if it reaches enough people, it will always give me opportunities.
Okay.
So like say the show I have on Thursday.
Hey! Cafe.
Oh,
at
yeah,
Gecko,
Gecko,
yes.
yeah.
Karibuni sana, it's free entry. I'm going to be playing songs from the album. But yeah, that is also
So
a
you get paid
revenue
by the
source.
venue?
I get paid by the venue, yes.
okay.
And of course, if guys want to give tips,
Yeah, true that. Tip the artist.
Wakitaka kucheza na Mpepe.
wakishikia, ama wanataka kunipea ya mkono pia. But yeah,
Kunje kwanza ama.
nifanyeni hivi kwanza.
Make sure ni real.
Make sure ni ya brown.
Na make sure ni ya Kenya. Za kukunzia not ya TZ.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of ways to make money in the music industry if you're trying to make money from the music and not just visibility. Of course, kuna watu wenye wanaingianga music just to increase their visibility. Like creators who aren't necessarily musicians, but they make music just kuongeza hype.
Like
So like
Ubina.
Ugobina amekuwa DJ.
Ugobina anapiga music.
mbaya.
For real?
Mpaka una background dance.
DJ.
Check ya madancer, check.
Wanaitwa session dancers.
Kuna.
So,
you know funny.
Generally mimi. Huyo amepiga gani?
ai nimepiga joka 4 zimeua hapa hivi. Guy, my jokimeter is on the it's ring, it's on the red. Check it.
You must really take credit you guys for my job.
Which job?
Hata naogopa kuget mtoi
Ile
utamchukua.
today me I'm on fire today. Where's you umetoka wapi eh? So, MCSK kuna mtu anauliza MCSK nampeanga ngapi?
I'm not registered.
Is it on purpose or it's a protest,
For
silent
sure.
protest?
No, it's a bit of both. I feel like not social media. The age of the digital age imetusaidia sana as artists where you don't necessarily have to be registered in the country. So like even me, I'm not a registered artist in Kenya. It might be illegal, but msiniseti. But for me,
watatu.
sisi tu. Yeah. But the thing is, because mimi si msanii mwenye nitachezwa like radio or like kwa club, so I don't really stand to gain from whatever royalties that would be generated that is collected.
Mbona unasema utacheza kwa radio?
Jumi sifanyi pop. I mean,
yeah, they do have certain music that they play at clubs.
I've
Yeah,
never
of
had
course,
cremation music on radio. To be
my
honest.
God. Whatever. Anyway, my point is, with the kind of music that I make, it's more likely that mtu atanisikiza Spotify, YouTube, online, and that's where most of my revenue is. So me registering to MCSK and paying a fee, enye hata labda nalipa more than nitawai get back, like it doesn't really make sense. So like for me as an artist, as long as my work is registered, doesn't have to be registered here, but as long as I'm registered and I have my copyright protected, si must. But msiende mseme Muthaka amesema
Kwani ni illegal?
hatuja registered MCSK, so it's fine.
Edit.
I mean, it's frowned upon.
Yes.
It's not necessarily
But why those guys are not paying?
right?
Si Bien alipata 3 ngwas. Ama?
So unaweza imagine mi ndapewa ngapi mabobs?
I think wewe watakudai.
Hey,
Muthaka uko na tau 10 yetu we.
if anything,
No,
yeah.
umemake negative revenue.
Cheki Michael uko wapi? Sister yako tunamtafuta.
Exactly.
But
So
kuna
yeah.
ingine inaitwa mema mpya.
Mema.
Unajisikia mema?
Zii, man.
Hata mi
For
sina
reals?
habari.
Ya nani ako kwa
Siangani do the
usukani?
honors.
Who's ayoli sio nini?
Usukani is
Explain.
crazy.
No, ni ya nani? Mema ni ya. But I think it's actually a true story.
So who's at the helm?
Ezekiel Mutua, doctor.
You can't be Ezekiel,
Ni
man.
kali sana
It
hiyo
is.
mema.
Yeah,
So what you do with mema? Muthaka. So mema una register. Alafu unaambia fans wako. Unaona kama venye umekaa mipod. Unakaa na link fulani ya mema. Alafu sasa tunaiekelea hapo kwa chat. Alafu sasa fans wako wanakuvotia at a cost of 100 bob. Alafu can you imagine out of your 100 bob wenye wanakuvotia 25 bob ni yako.
Wananivutia
25
kufanya.
ndio yake.
So can you imagine wase tao wakivotia Muthaka?
For what?
Imagine.
though?
Kwa hivyo mema
25
wameka
Kenya.
75. Mema wamekula 75.
But wait, what's the vote for?
It's just a system.
It's
of,
like a tip. It's like a
have
tipping system.
you ever done?
The way it looks.
Yeah, it's like tipping basically, but
Yeah.
they're saying voting. So maybe they're voting for you.
Yeah.
Kike.
But you can imagine that 25k itakuwa yako out of.
Sasa walika chini wakaona hiyo ndio the best way they
Yeah.
could go
Hapo
about it.
wamefikiria
Can you imagine?
yani.
So they keep
Kweli.
75% because they obviously need to process
Or the
transaction
platform
cost.
nini,
nini.
Tuko na PayPal.
Back end.
Alafu kuna vitu mingi, Mema Health,
Oya,
Mema
Mema
Housing,
shelter, yeah,
Wako-
there's
Mema Travel Abroad.
Mema
So
nini?
ukienda abroad, Mema
Mema-
wanakuandikia.
Mema afya. actually.
Mema afya,
so
okay.
actually, within that knee,
Yeah.
and then also if you want to go and travel maju,
Yeah.
they'll write you a letter
Mema travel.
because you need CG letter of employment or something. They can help you navigate the knee.
Since when has this been in operation?
Yeah.
It's a new
Nyinyi
thing.
mmesikilia
Yeah,
wapi nyinyi?
Mko na information nyingi na hata
Si tuli interview Dr. Ezekiel Mutua.
Ndio
akatoa
maana
story.
mko na in depth.
Oh.
Mpaka alituambia
Ezekiel
tujoin.
Mutua is the guy who was claiming masimba zimeturn gay to zimeona
Yeah,
matourist.
yeah.
Stories zimedu?
They turned gay because
He
in
came
Savo.
across some Simbas which were
Some Simbas were
Komongani,
on
yes.
wakamongana each other. For lack of a...
Said
So
they
it
learned
was towards
from
some.
gay
So he was like,
tourists.
yeah, it must be they witnessed some tourists doing some gay shit. This is
Ni
why
venye
they
hizo
turned
Simba
gay.
zilikuwa Mema.
Makes sense.
Usimse tunafaa kuwa na yeye hapo hivyo kwa hiyo nini kwa
Yeah.
shughuli ya wasanii
But
kama
sasa-
hiyo ndio
no,
thought
but one-
process
watu
yake.
wenye wako hapo kwa hiyo leadership ni people like wasema
who else?
bishop.
Bishop wa
Yeah.
kanisa.
Yeah.
Hapo
Ni
hakuna
yule
haja.
nani ule mwenye anachezanga gita?
Unless ni wa bishop instrumentalist wa
Anaitwa
guitar.
ngwaje?
Bishop.
Huyo hapa.
Ule pastor
Nganga.
fulani.
Oh guys.
Pastor
Oh
Nganga.
my god.
Huyo.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
ni-
Pastor Nganga.
Shit.
Oh, okay, then never mind. Ingekuwa yeye.
But kuna hizo maskims. I don't know MCSK
No,
nini,
obviously
because
that's a
Ezekiel
rip-off.
Mutua has been according to venye tulimu interview.
Na mko mcall out
No, I asked him why is
Sema
the
tu yes,
75
sir.
of going.
Yeah.
and he was like,
Sema kuna watu wa
Kizungu
sasa.
He
mingi
did
ndio
some
alileta.
rugby thing over there. Check it.
Yeah, check it. Alafu
Left me running in that direction.
akakuinua
Check him.
Tiki mimi kisangani. We, uko poa? Niendelee na interview bila wewe.
So now, so now, how is it looking? Like you said, you're not registered in Kenya. So where are you registered? Is this something you can share?
yes, I am registered in South Africa.
Oh, okay. So you have a label.
No.
Oh, okay. What
So-
does that
You're
mean?
signed under a label.
So it's a publishing company.
MJ.
MGM. Grand.
Guys, niseme.
simwachezie ndo lako na story.
Sorry.
No, so there are different publishing companies that operate worldwide. So if you're registered to a publishing company, they can register you to a bigger affiliate, depending on ni kama label. So ni kama nikuwe signed under
Mwaf Records.
Rock Nation, which is
sorry.
under. Sorry, nimeenda.
It's okay.
Sorry. Rock Nation, which is under, is it Universal or Sony? That type of thing. So like,
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Rock Nation under Sony. Okay.
so of course they're the
More.
bigger publishing companies, kina Sony, Warner, nini. So then they have small splinter to ninis that have better access to independent artists.
Yeah.
So what does that give you?
It gives
What
me
do you
my
gain?
money.
Yeah.
So
Hamani.
it gives me leverage in that if I'm signed, depending on what publishing company I'm signed to and their connections, they can give me placements for shows, ads, and
Okay.
that's where the money is, the big money.
Yeah,
the
and make
bigger
sure
money.
your shit is not infringed upon, no?
That one, yes.
You get a signing bonus when you sign with a record label.
like money.
Yeah, like just initial fee ya kusign your contract.
You can, but I didn't. But you can if it's with a label. Some guys can give you an advance.
But you have
If
to
they
pay it
want
back,
to.
right?
Yeah, it's a loan. It's not a nini. It's not a atishika tu money just
tumekulike.
because you're great.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you deadly shika 1 million.
You 1 million
Yeah.
ndio upambulate.
Exactly.
But
So akukupea?
was it a choice that ulikata? Like a business decision?
It actually doesn't happen as often as you'd think. Like unless you're like a really big artist, like a Drake or a Mariah Carey, like it's not often that labels give you an advance.
Yeah.
Unless. But yeah, it's not often that it happens.
So Nyashinsky is signed under, what is it called?
Is it Sony?
It's Sony.
Okay, Misdream.
I think it's a new deal, to be honest. Signed Juicy. Like you see a lot of, but it's like Sony Africa or something. Like it's like the Africa branch of like the big
Sony Luandeti, for example. Kuna duka fulani hapo Luandeti. Is it affiliated
Ngangana
Sony?
tu, kuna moja itakubali, usi give up. Moja itamaliza Muthaka. Mimi napenda kuona shoot. Unajua that's the thing I respect. Repetitions.
Ngisha kitengela.
You guys, our brothers gotta try.
So yeah, ako signed and hiyo ni like a respectable label. Obviously I'm sure they are taking good care of him. And then kuna hii story yote ya Black Market Records. I don't know if you've seen it. Like they signed a lot of Gengeton and Urbanton artists. And there's a dispute in court basically where now I think they were taking all the revenue from their songs. Nini. So kuna hizo pia record labels zenye ziko a bit
Sketchy.
But I think the music industry by design, hivyo tu vile iko tu is sketchy. Like there's always, like I don't know the details about EO, but utapata if it's a label or if it's a group of people that are funding a project, they have to make their money back. So EO ni given. So it doesn't matter if the project cost you 1 million and you're making back 300k, 400k until urudishe hiyo 1 million. Legally, they just have to keep lazima tu irudi. So then after that sasa ndo ina depend according to the contract that you've signed how much of a percentage that you get once you recoup, or sometimes even during your recoupment period. But yeah, it should be ideally if you're, for example, getting 10% of the initial revenue, once you recoup, that percentage should increase. But kuna watu wenye depending on the deal, if unafanywa vitu mbaya, they don't have that added clause of once you recoup your shares should increase. So utabaki tu unakula hiyo 10% not knowing kitambo. So say you're owed much more.
So now I have a question about say BN and Ali Kiba, for example.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if you know the answer, but I'm sure you have an idea.
Maybe.
So BN ex Ali Kiba, they've come together, done a dope song. So like how do they gather the money?
That's why you have contracts. So it would depend on, that's a big example, let me not use that one. Let me say Muthaka ex Matngesa on Off My Chest.
Shout out Matngesa.
Yes. Fuck, who the heck is that? Ali freaking who?
Aliyegobea.
Who the heck are those niggas?
I don't know where you're going.
Aliyekuwa mnoma kitambo.
Waliobobea.
But if you're doing a song if you're collaborating, you should have a contract. You should have it's called a split sheet where you have different splits for the master, which is the song itself, and then the publishing, which is the lyrics and the melody. So for example, kama mimi nilikuja nasema nataka kufanya song na wewe, but nimeandika the whole song niko nayo mpaka
Mudhamano.
Nimeandika the whole song.
Thank you for continuing the explanation. That's one of the most horrible jokes in my
No, that's not a joke. That's the name of our album.
But mbona ulisema?
What
reaction were you?
Sawa, tunafanya song na nimeandika kila kitu, all I want is just for you to sing. So, and I've paid for everything. So that would mean me as a person who's paid for everything, I would get maybe neza sema nikugonge niseme nataka 90% of the master.
Okay.
Because I've paid for everything. Ideally the person who's paid owns the master, right? So nichukue 90% when nikupatie 10 because I've used your voice and your image likeness whatever. And the publishing I could also say I'll take 90%. The publishing is lyrics and melody. That's just one extreme example. Tuseme tumepatana and you're like, let's write a song together. We work on it together. We each help each other with the lyrics, with the melody, nini. It could be 50-50. It could be 60-40. Again, depending on your contribution and how
clout?
fair we want
The
to
project.
Clout too?
be.
Your level of...
Or like if you
Notoriety
you have
in the-
bigger clout.
Yes.
If the
Numbers,
if the feature has bigger numbers.
Technically, it shouldn't inform the material. Like unaweza sema, if you want to use that as a factor, charge me for the feature.
Yeah, on it. Pay the artist to be
Oh.
featured.
Hata hiri nikupatie shika 100k nimekulipa.
Mumalizane hapo.
Hiyo story ishe hivyo if you want to use your name and nini for that. But if unless you're Beyonce, if uja contribute much to the song but nataka sana ukue hapo, then I can give you more or less depending on how much you've contributed to the actual end result. Not just by saying acha hapa tuandike and badala ya but, like unasema tu vitu just to get more of a share, but you haven't actually contributed to the creation of the art itself. So pia na depend na just even as a human how fair you wanna be to your fellow artists. Juu unaweza split half hata kama amjafanya equal work.
Yeah, true.
Na pia mnaweza decide acha nikufinye jueni msanii mdogo. So pia na depend na vile mnaelewana, but technically whoever writes the lyrics and the melody gets a separate totality of a share that is separate from someone who's paid for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where the master and the publishing comes. If mi nimelipa producer na nimelipa whatever, but when umeandika kila kitu, you'll get the publishing, majority of the publishing and also part of the master, but I'd get majority of the master and less of the publishing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think it's making sense. But rudia tena for Kisingani.
Kisingana juu hesabu.
Itabidi awote hip hop tena akiwa Rwanda. Cheki, so okay, so kuna master na publisher.
Wait, shout out to
Akiandika
very quickly.
Yes.
Shout out to Dante. He sent in $2.
Shout out Dante.
There was also someone else.
Mtu ameingia
Hey, una
membership.
scroll mbio, how do you even know?
Because it has a
Tafuta
color.
colours.
Lucas Ndegwa, $5, man.
Shout out.
Lucas.
Yeah. So
Cool.
I'm losing my train of thought.
Lakini umeelewa.
Oh yeah, nimekumbuka. Remember your streams question. But so Kaizo, those are YouTube. Like, does your YouTube money come to you directly, or might has to go through the publishing house network, and like, how does it work?
My personal YouTube channel, because it was owned, or rather because it has content owned by Universal, I can't monetize it.
You can't monetize
I
it.
can't monetize it. Means I can't make any money from any views or whatever engagement I'm getting from YouTube. Because ideally, my whole YouTube channel is like copyright nini. So I can't make money.
What do you mean?
You can't
What do you
click
mean it has
on
content
monetize
from-
on.
Which content is this? Yeah, Universal.
Does
My
Universal
first album.
Or your first album?
My
is
first
Universal?
album, yes. So it's like 7-8 songs.
Nyingine si.
See, hii ni yangu 600,000.
Oh, hiyo ni yako.
Hii ni yangu.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Kenya alilipa
So
na
with YouTube,
600,000.
of her own
Of my own.
money.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Hapana, mimi sielewi.
Of the
Thank
nick
you.
ienda kwa
Sumuliza
visuals.
YouTube.
So, uko na YouTube channel mbili?
No, niko na moja.
Okay. But
mean, I
first
could-
album huwezi monetize.
YouTube channel yote, I can't monetize
Yeah.
it. Okay, that's smart. I guess I should have opened a second one, but I didn't want to lose my progress. But yeah, because I have copyright content on it. So you know, even the same way you are saying you can't play my music because
Yes,
of copyright.
yes.
So because I have copyright content that I technically do not own on my channel, I can't monetize the
The channel itself.
Yes.
But you can monetize the songs
Inaka-
individually.
So you can monetize a video.
Like
Unaweza
what I'm-
monetize
Sindio?
hizo ngoma. Kuna zingine
Specific
unasema don't
videos.
monetize. Kuna option.
You
Una
can
click,
selectively
unasema-
monetize songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watcha! I
Kweli?
didn't know.
Umekalia do.
For real.
Lakini hata.
Are you serious?
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know that one lie.
So go
So
ahead,
there are
yeah,
some
yeah.
songs which you umesema they are owned by these other people, and then you say monetization off. Alafu hizi zingine zeni zako unasema on.
And then you
Wallahi, I didn't know that.
Michael
Song was
ako
a whole
kusho.
channel.
umse kazi ni
Oh,
kupika
Michael
tu.
ako.
Wallahi.
Michael,
Toka
get
jikoni
your
wewe.
puny ass out of the kitchen, Nick. That guy amenichamisha.
Wanaume wenzako wana monetize.
But I don't know if at all I'm not understanding what you're saying. though.
No, I honestly thought, because every time I try and get it monetized, it would bring me that email of copyright. Basi
for a
mi ndio-
specific.
mi ndio
You see, if I play your song here,
tena tuangalie.
it will hit me with copyright and say this copyright is owned by you. But if it's a song, like you see, there were some songs that were playing on
pull
the
it
intro.
up. Pull up the Monesh.
There?
So you can pull up the.
No, I
studio.
will show after so I didn't interrupt the
That's-
flow
I
of the
didn't
conversation.
know.
Yeah, inakaa kitu iko doable.
Kwa hiyo guys.
Sasa Badori, hiyo pesa lazima ingie.
Itakam.
Mimi
Wamekuwekea.
since mimi ndo nimeuliza hiyo swali yenye imelead to
No, mimi ndio managing director wake sasa wa monetization.
more of the publishing.
Sawa, cheers.
Of the nini?
Deal, my guy. Alafu Michael atakuwa kwa jikoni
Wewe
akitupikia.
wageni wamefika chai.
Iko wapi chai?
Akigai,
But we'll check it out and see.
Ndio wanatujua kama ana uchipo wanajua venye si huku.
No, but definitely we'll tutachungulia tuone, maybe it's something we don't know.
Yeah.
lazima mnionyeshe.
Lazima
Wallahi
hivyo.
unishow.
Au usiworry.
I didn't know. Wow.
So Jay kulia YouTube hata $1.
Hata moja.
Na venye si tuya kula $5 hapa.
Ndo nacheki.
Aya,
I should
split
do
it,
something
itakuwa
about it.
We got $5, $2.
Yeah, man. So kuna this show that you do called An Evening with Muthaka.
Yes.
Are you still doing it? Is it a regular thing?
It's a yearly thing. Yeah,
Yearly.
yeah, it happens. It's been happening every year since 2023.
Hey.
So
Yeah, shout out to you.
thanks.
Where do you
It depends on the I've done it at many different locations. The first one was at Social House. The second one was at the Sage Delicacy. The third one was an intimate one. Oh, still at the Sage Delicacy, actually. The fourth one, Baraza Lab. The fifth one, Sage Delicacy. Sixth one, Braban. So it depends on the venue, the number of people that are coming, that I anticipate would be coming, what I need. So it happens in different spaces. But it's just an acoustic, intimate gathering. Music performance for my sunshiners, my listeners.
Oh, they're
Where
called
I-
sunshiners.
Hey,
Shout
shout out
out,
to Shiners.
Wetu wanaitwa nzima. I guess tumefika kwa hiyo meeting. Check what if we don't call them Mzige? But shout out to Sunshine.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to
So
the
I
sunshiners.
had a question. Ndo nisipoteze when you're talking about revenue streams. Like streaming, does streaming pay?
Oh yes.
Spotify.
Yes. It does. The way, like I said, the way the industry is set up now, it's much easier to earn from streaming than before. So like utapata, excuse me, like me, the distributor that I use, and even just any other distributor ideally, should be able to give you a back end where you can see all the stats from all your music and the amount of money that it's bringing in.
Yeah, true.
So you can withdraw that money, like you can actually
your
see
M-Pesa.
the amount of to your M-Pesa or to your bank.
Jumemo unaweza withdraw to M-Pesa.
Eka wendo sio kitu.
Yeah, man, you don't
Achana
know.
nayo.
Kumbe aliwatuma
Manze alafu
muannounce hiyo maneno.
But where can you imagine? 25 out of 100. Ni yako. So Spotify konado?
Spotify, it has the 0.000 but iko nayo. Of course, if you're making if you're
listeners watokezee huko.
bas, if you're culling a lot of streams, yeah. But the idea is don't just rely on one streaming platform. So the combo, Apple, Spotify, Boomplay, YouTube,
Memo.
guy.
Yodo aliwalipa manze ishaisha. Imeisha zaidi.
By the way, it had to expire. But yeah, ideally all those streaming platforms should gather together. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yes.
So you're doing music full time. All right. How did you get into singing? Michael alikuwa na ukiimba akasema you have a
Sema
nice
wewe
voice.
uko na kasauti wewe.
How did it go?
I don't know. I guess I'm just talented.
Hey, talent! Unlike what people love on this podcast. Oh, boys, msana
Jiongelele,
talent. Wewe uliingiaje podcasting?
Wewe tulize huko. Wewe hizi kimbia na nikipto.
Talent.
kulikuwa na gap ya talent ndo nikaingilia. So tunahitaji msee mwenye ni actually funny, eh?
Charismatic.
Yeah, no. So we have
Tutatoa wapi George? Did you start singing in like where did
Yes.
you go to school? Your early years?
Nilienda shule tatu primary. So between 0 and class 3, I was in a school called Twin Birds Academy. Hiyo mwezi jua.
Iko wapi?
Twin
Ni
birds.
deadly. Iko Eastlands, iko oh sorry. Iko
Eastland
Salem,
Apad.
sides of Salem.
Okay.
Kimathi.
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem.
Christopher Colombo. Okay, sorry.
Oh, Salem kumbe ni Jerusalem.
Eh.
Hauko unajua?
He's a fake rasta.
Jerusalem.
Uh-huh.
And then after that I went to Mary Immaculate, which is in Bahati, and then nikaenda Shepherd's Junior, iko Buru.
Oh,
So in the interim between Twin Birds to Mary Immaculate, that's when I found out I was talented. Talented. Yes. So that was like in class 4. And then I was like, oh, this singing thing is actually really cool. It was just more of a hobby, of course. Like at that time, haujui mtu ufanya hivyo alafu analipwa. It's just like, I enjoyed
it was
doing
a
this.
gift.
gift.
Is anyone in your family tree a good singer too?
Oh, yes.
Apart from Michael.
Everyone but
Michael.
my cousin on my dad, 2, maybe even 3 cousins on my dad's side are really gifted musicians.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And what were your folks doing? Like, what was your dad? What did he do?
My
Rather, what
dad
does he
was
do?
in communications. He was a communications consultant. My mom is still working. She, I think, secretary at Cambry.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes.
So were they actively putting you up to places where you'll sing?
Not really.
Usome.
I mean,
Watch
it was like a bit of both, because after sasa, it was one of those things where I think when you're a child, you're like, cheki kitu yenye naeza fanya. So it was one of those things. So I told them, like, I want to be a singer. That's what I want to do. And they were
You
pretty...
told them?
Yeah, because I'm talented.
Yeah, check it. But she said already 5 times.
I keep forgetting.
No, I think it was a very like resolve. I was like, this is what I want to do. I like it. I'm enjoying it. So the only times that I got to sing was, of course, my prize giving day, like any school event functions. I used to sing with a couple of friends of mine. So it wasn't until after high school, just as I was like, actually, let me take it seriously. Let me go to Sauti Academy, which it wasn't
After high
shout out
school.
Sauti Academy, right after high school.
Is Sauti Academy affiliated Sauti Soul?
Yes and no. So I think they were one of the first. I don't know if naweza sema walienda hiyo shule ama ndo walianza, but they were very close with the lady who started Sauti Academy, a lady called Natalie. So at that time it was Natalie
Lukauna. Ni mlami.
Uyo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So it was what was the name of the nini? I'm forgetting the name of it. Was like a label, like a kind of label that they were now doing with guys who are from Sauti Academy.
Sabato Records.
No. Dear
Sauti
Jesus. I
Ground.
don't even know why I looked this side as if you would have even known what I'm trying to think of. But yeah, they're one of the first people I think who helped pioneer guys going to Sauti Academy for that kind of program for development. So yeah, that's where I went. I didn't even go to high school, to uni. And it was the day of orientation. I was like, let me not.
Hey.
Oh, for real?
Let me not.
Ukachorea elimu.
I just didn't feel right. I was like, and then also it's like utanilipia school fees niende shule, and I know deep down that's not what I want to do, at least for now. So the program was only like a year, so I was like, let me just do the program, let me finish it. If nothing comes of it, then I'll just continue with school. Forgetting that I'm talented. Thank you. Penya, that's the name. Thank you, Patricia. Correct. Penya, yes. So yeah, after that I just started like performing more and more. I got booked more and more. This was like in 2017. So kidogo 3 years go by, and then it's COVID, and then it's like,
Yeah.
kumbe I've been doing this for so long, and but like going back to school isn't really an option. And then by then I had already gotten scouted by the people who would sign me in Aukina Universal. So it was just like a nini of events tu zinaendelea tu zikihappen. Yeah.
So how is it like the school? Who are the lecturers and stuff, or the teachers? Sauti Academy.
The teachers were some were previous students, and some were artists. So for like the first term was a lady called Waxy. She's a very talented songwriter. Shout out to you, Waxy. She was a student, and I think then also became a teacher. And then second term, Natalie herself taught. And then third term was Mordecai. Mordecai Dex.
Oh, nice.
He taught songwriting, yes. And then
Done a song together.
yeah, like 3. Yeah, but noli moja ndo imetoka. Ebu muulize Dex zingine mbili
Yes,
ziko wapi.
copy.
We bana.
Deadly sana. And then kwanza ni mimi Dex na Ben. Ebu hiyo
We.
Toa ngoma.
Check it.
tuna point hapa.
Acha ufala bana. Toa ngoma.
And then the last one was Priska Ojwang, who's also
Yeah, Priska is dope.
yes. So ilikuwa a very like nice community of like-minded creatives, performers, songwriters.
So what does it entail, like this songwriting for sure?
Hiyo ya Dex ilikuwa songwriting, yes. Hiyo ya Priska ilikuwa music business. Ya Natalie na Waxy was mainly performance and stage presence, like just kukuwa msanii and how to perform. Yeah.
Okay.
Niulize, what were some of the areas that you are naturally talented in? Like ukiingia huko unaingia daro uko like easy vitu like
mboga skip munivukishe. I was actually very shy. Like the first 2 terms I was like one of the least, siku hata naimbanga class. I remember I would rarely perform. I was very 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 shy. But I think I fell in love with songwriting iyo term ya Dex. Like I really enjoyed the storytelling and also just kuji-express too evil. I guess it's something that I didn't really know I could do because I enjoyed singing covers and I thought since I think I have a nice voice, I'll just do that. But then the art of storytelling, I think ilini capture sana in a way that really feel I got this. Inayo noma.
Yeah. I always ask Siangani a question because we talk about Babyface a lot, and Babyface wrote for a lot of musicians. So as a songwriter, I always ask like if you're a songwriter, why would you give out songs? Like Babyface wrote a lot of songs that are anthems right now, but I'm like, he can also sing.
Yeah.
So like as a songwriter, why do people write for others when you can sing, so you just do the song?
Yeah, I mean, there's something that Neo was saying, not Juicy, but like I saw it Juicy, he was talking about how, how he wrote...
He's written a lot as well.
Yes.
Is it
For Beyonce, no?
that one?
to the left?
That
Ama?
one.
Yeah.
One. He was saying how initially when he wrote the song, coming from a man's perspective, it felt a bit bitter. It felt a bit like not really good vibes. But then coming from a woman, it felt like a bit more empowering. So there's that. Like sometimes you can write something and feel like you're not the right vessel for it. And sometimes you can write something and feel like it doesn't go with your brand.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can write something and feel like it would be best suited
For this other person.
exactly in a different context, or even sometimes someone else's brand or image or name is even bigger and would do more for the song, because there are also so many other, like Julia Michaels has written for a lot of artists, but unaweza tell hii song coming from me inaweza lala, but Rihanna kiimba juni Rihanna itasonga. Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm guessing you've been on both sides of that. Like you've written for me and
Actually, no.
I haven't
You
written for
haven't been
anyone.
Imagine I struggle, like, but also no one has ever come and be like, write for me a song. Okay, well, one person did, and then I liked it, and then I didn't give him the song. Alafu sikumpea. But
hii ngoma ni yangu.
And he may like.
I think hapo ndo mali siwezani. I don't think, I'm also a very sentimental writer. So like unless nimeketi na wewe na tume connect na kufeel na kuandikia wewe story, it's very hard for me to write the kinds of songs that I write, talk about cremation, and then be like,
Among
shika.
other things.
No, itatembea. We niaminie tu, hii iko sawa.
So tuandike ngoma ya jokes noma za iPod.
Chika amesema sentimental.
Chekimano is so hilarious.
You got it.
Boo, nigga, boo. Toa. So what about the other side? Like, have you ever written a song and you're like, maze bien anaweza ua kwa hii?
Like specifically or just like
In your history of
nyingi za bien.
no, sasa bien ndio
think this guy loves it.
mwangazo.
I guess.
But unaenda kumtoa hapo, usijali.
Tutaedit hizi papat za
I
bien.
have no interest. Niko sawa. I don't think, okay, well, if I've written a song and then I feel like someone else would do well, it's probably because I want now to do it with them.
Oh, yeah, true.
Like, and then now I have the collaboration like I have with Off My Chest with Barbara and Matt and
Shout out.
Lavosti.
Shout out
I
to
love
Lavosti.
Lavosti.
And
Eh,
Lavos.
shout out Lavosti.
Yeah, I'm just this album.
Ni kama
Fire, man.
tunaweka on rotation
Yeah.
after for this.
Mambo kama hayo.
Ah.
So yeah, it's usually that. Like I'll write a song or I'll write a verse and I'll be like, this feels like so and so's vibe. Let me reach out. But ni ngumu sana. Or rather, maybe hata labda ni venye sijaandika in that perspective. But like I haven't written a song and been like, maybe should I ask this person to sing
do
it?
it.
Haija happen yet.
Usually nikisikianga collab nasikianga I was flying to Atlanta and they just asked Future to send a verse ama nini. Like usually like you when you're doing a collaboration it's not at even we envision ati mko kwa studio pamoja. Like sometimes we
Mmemeet ati
hear
multiple
like I
times,
just
mka
called
connect.
Drake and I asked him to send in a verse or something like
That happens, Pia.
Yeah, that happens as well.
Yeah, that happened a lot for my EP, an EP called Love Bite Image Ama collab. It's myself. I have Fena.
shout
Shout
out
out Fena.
I have Dex. I have Ben. I have Emma Cheruto.
shout out to
Aye,
Emma
shout
Cheruto.
So some of those sessions it was Nico studio and then let me send to whoever anitumie a verse. But others inabidi mkae tu hapo pamoja mu exchange energies, especially for me if it's a writing session. Like if mnaandika pamoja, ideally if you can, let's exchange
be
energy.
together.
But if ni studio sessions, if you just want a verse, like you can do that from anywhere.
Okay.
So let's talk about state of music in Kenya. Do you feel like we're doing well as general
yes.
musicians?
Much better. I think especially the people, the Kenyan music community, like guys who listen to Kenyan music now have a wider palette than before. Because Nikitoa Sunshine, like guys weren't getting it as much. But like now if I can release a song like or rather an album like Off My Chest and guys listen to it as much, I think it speaks to the growth of the Kenyan music industry. And also just watu kutotaka rather kuto lean more towards what they're being fed like on radio or in the club, like searching out for their own tastes
find
themselves.
through
Yeah.
that, man.
Imegrow sana.
You think it's more the younger generation, the Gen Zs and stuff?
For sure. I think, but young people set the trends. So if Mimi, okay, sawa. If Mimi as a Gen Z, niseme, I don't know why I don't want to claim being a Gen Z, but yeah.
Bash is a Gen Z.
Yeah.
That's nice. So am I, ni venye nime-grow up na millennials. So
Hata mimi
Hata we
wazee
were on the
sana,
cusp.
yani-
tuko hapo
Mimi
basi.
next one actually niliangalia mi like because mi ni wa 97 hapo ndo penye inaanza penye line inaanza but now ukiwa hapo katikati I'm sure hata you relate that like you unakaa na wazee sana and then
Exactly.
like, I don't feel like I'm a Gen Z like I've ever seen a Gen Z and you're like yeah that is a
Yeah,
Gen
that's
Z
a Gen Z.
Yeah.
just but maybe
An imposter.
You were saying?
Yeah. So if us as younger people we consume content or we consume music a certain way, if it becomes popular enough, that becomes the norm. So like if wasanii wana release mziki and you can find it primarily on YouTube, over time wale wase wenye wanaenda kiuza CDs watakuwa phased out. So yes, Gen Z, rather the youth are making that more of a thing because it's making even already music is more accessible than before, but like vitu ka TikTok pia like it's driving those engines that help artists get more access in demographics that they wouldn't before.
Yeah. Because I'm seeing like concerts get really sold out.
Yeah.
Costa Joangs,
Yeah.
Kodong Clan and all those guys. Like they're selling out
Yeah.
huge spaces.
And also-
then I feel like I'm not hearing a lot of Nigerian music now, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Hiyo ilipungua hiyo.
Yeah.
and also it's like it doesn't even have to be like a huge concert like even these smaller shows
Yeah,
like
intimate.
we had Danny Billy Black.
Bill Black, yeah.
Billy Black was here and he was doing a show at Chemi hapo tu karibu na Gecko. And it's not like these huge 3,000 people shows but like these smaller more intimate shows
Yeah.
and they're selling out and they're putting
Yeah.
out more content and it's really nice. So my question was in terms of like performance spaces, like has that also increased, like places like you can go and like perform your songs and like
I
those
love that
platforms?
question. Thank you so much for that question. So ideally,
Piga hiyo ni wacha ulize.
What's on a complaint at questions zetu ni basic.
Zetu.
Check, these are basic Lilian Ngugi questions. I think I was saying wageni kwa hii pod. Hizi ndio swali tunaulizaga bra.
these are the questions.
But anyway,
Oh yeah, so the reason actually I put up my An Evening with Muthaka sessions is because for my type of music, I felt like the spaces weren't really conducive for that style of music. Because me personally, I love telling you why I wrote the song. I love having like very soft moments of let me tell you about the song, let me sing it, let me so utapata most spaces they aren't really built for that, especially if it's like even Gecko, a place like Gecko when you perform Thursday free and
Shout out.
it's for vibes. It's for let's have a good time, let's engage, let's it's not place and you tend to say so I wrote this song about my dead cat. You're like we don't want to hear that.
Fuck your dead cat.
Move it
Fuck
along.
him.
Exactly, like let's keep it going. So I feel like yes, could a lot of spaces where you can catch live music, but depending on the style of music or depending on your intention with how you want that music to be received, bado izo spaces in a lack, I feel. So even the reason why I kept going back to the Sage Delicacy a lot is because of how it's set up. Like it's very easy to have that intimate moment with your listeners enye watakuwa engaged na wata interact na wewe enye si uko mahali ba iko sijui pale watu wako pale wanafanya sijui nini like
wamekuja kuona ball huko nyuma.
exactly man and that's happened to me so many times like guys wanashangilia and I'm like oh my god kumbe ni goal and I'm like oh it's embarrassing.
I was once doing comedy and then wasa wakaanza kuclap you guys something that ni then I turn and then I see this nigga on his knees proposing. Like you fuck your nigga. What do we know?
Taking your shine, man.
Yeah, you can propose after Mr. Rizan.
Ndio.
But also,
And that's the last day you had claps that day.
saa haina shida. Hiyo ni kali but tuone kwa watu wengine hiyo.
How is it that night?
That's a thinker. Hey.
So nilikuwa nataka kuuliza
That was actually his joke. I was going back to him.
in terms of like your intimate ni like I'd say something like Tiny Desk is like a near place like intimate nini, and if you've watched I think Architectural Digest have done like a tour of Tiny Desk and it's like an office space.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a tiny desk for real. But you get to it's a smaller audience and then you can give the story of the song meaning. And when I look at that in Kenya I'm like maybe something like Nakili. There's tribe sessions that happens hapo Chemichemi where it's like it's just you a few people in the room obviously it's more for the person watching at home is like a big fan of you. So hizo pia ziko mob because of just I think Nakili and maybe tribe sessions.
Honestly, unless mimi ndo sijui, but I don't think there are as many as the Mass Houses and the Alchemists and the every other space where you can go to have a good time. But you've also seen a lot of artists who just take it upon themselves and they have their own shows or they
intimate things.
Exactly, or they shoot themselves and they put it up online. So I think pia as much as hizo spaces haziko as many as we'd like, thankfully we live in an age where guys are so resourceful and we can do it ourselves without having to rely on acha niende ni high space ama acha niende ni tafute place ni curate.
True.
Yeah.
But Colors ilikuwa Kenya and some of the artists that made it to Colors obviously BN Alpiga Colors.
Who came on
Sabato.
Kengo, what's her name, man? There's the lady who came on TNL once. Forget her name.
There's this chick mbona nasahau jina yake.
Alikuwa Colors.
Like how many Kenyan artists made it to Colors?
There were kulikuwa na kadhaa, kulikuwa na
Kuna ngoma nini to Waithera?
kulikuwa na Matt Ngesa himself was there. Shout out
Matt Ngesa was on
Zinia was
there.
there.
Zania, yeah.
Shout out to Zania.
Yeah.
Maya was there.
Maya Omolo.
And some chick I forget her name.
Yeah, someone Kengoche. I don't know what's
Yeah, Kengoche. Yeah.
Is it Kengoche or I don't know.
But like when that happened, I was like when you listen to most of the musicians who did Colors, the genre is more R&B. Is that the same? Is that the same genre that you do?
Vibe.
I like to say I do more soul than R&B, but I don't know why. I don't know why soul is like a dying genre. I feel like people are so quick to categorize me as an R&B singer, and I'm like, manze, I do very little R&B. I do more soul than R&B.
What's the difference?
I think people just take any crooning, any soft crooning to be R&B.
As R&B, yeah. I feel like R&B, like there's a yearning that soul has that R&B doesn't have to have. Like R&B can be very vibes, can be also just the beat kama iko smooth befitting. But I feel like soul can be much more I don't know how to describe it other than this.
It's
But
it's melting.
Is it the tempo?
not necessarily. I think because you can't call Sade R&B.
No, definitely.
Yeah, hers is a bit.
I think people
like a
relate
twist
soul
on
to
it.
music, 70s.
Yeah, that's the other
That
thing.
also.
So maybe that's why they don't categorize you as soul. Because
Yeah.
when you think of soul, like on our playlist hapo Jobo, soul ni ngoma za kitambo sana. Yeah.
There's that. I guess Labda it hasn't gotten as much of a like renaissance as R&B has, with like a more contemporary vibe.
Are you into these guys kina D'Angelo, Maxwell, what's India
Cheki au unawajua tuanze hapo. Unajua ni Jen.
Jill Scott?
Lakini ni musician. Sorry, I take that back.
So unawajua?
Expect that from him.
Unaharibu hii side tumekuwa tukifanya poa.
Nimetake it back.
Mbona unajua cheki?
Sasa wewe unanisomea wewe.
Why you gotta do that, girl? Come on, girl.
Nawajua.
Do you like them? Do you like that type
their
of
vibe?
music? And is
for
that
me-
the kind of music you're singing? If you could categorize
To be
using
honest,
that?
no. I feel like that's more neo soul.
Yes.
And I mine is contemporary soul. So there's this neo soul yakina D'Angelo and India Arie, and there's also the Boys to Men type of soul, like I mentioned, Sade. So my soul is I think heavily reliant on my songwriting and the melodies that I choose to use. So it's more of a feeling as opposed to like necessarily being reliant on the style. Because I have a song called Love Ballad No. 3. EOC R&B. Like I would be lying to you if I told you that I make R&B music. Ebu aujui uko live.
Uko kwa podcast bwana.
Sorry guys.
Mwambie wezi mpea namba ya nani.
Ni Ndong.
Uko kwa podcast na
Ndongo na Muthaka akasema hezi resist. Cheki nilikuwa na kuona hapa live na huyo msichana Muthaka. Huyo kimleta hapa Kitegera.
Do you know I live in Kitengela?
Oh, you know.
Mimi naishi huko, ndo nilikuwa nadhani kwani mnajua hapa Mike alikwambia kwa
So umetoka Kitesa hii?
hapana.
I think umetoka kite sahii kite
Nimetoka
ime
jana.
drop in value kiasi. I think when unainua kite kiasi.
This guy is hating.
In terms of musical.
He's hating because it's hurting. But anyway, you're saying something
Shout out to
important.
Kitengela.
Yeah.
Sorry? Oh yeah. So yes, I nawajua, but I don't think I make new soul. I feel like that's more new soul. Yeah, my soul is mainly based on the songwriting and the melody, and also of course the beats or lack thereof. Because like I said, if ukisa tumia cello, violin, like it's not, especially if it's not digitized.
Yeah. You
It's
get
very-
a different sound like almost every time, man.
Exactly.
What do you think of this Amapiano surge in Kenya? Like everyone going for this Amapiano.
Oh, I love it.
Do you go
you
for
do?
the Amapiano things?
No. I'm not I don't consume at a ounce, like I'm not big on that, but I love how people are incorporating it with our music, like you mentioned Costa, like that, like
The Amapiano. Considering
blend
answer that question, considering the xenophobic attacks lately.
oh, I hate it.
Yeah, man.
Sorry.
It's all
I
good.
was just adding you into comment.
I hate
Check it out. What are your thoughts on the xenophobic attacks? And if you think it's bad, why do you love Amapiano? Check it. Those are the questions guys want me to ask.
Yeah, man.
Oh
But
my
anyway, I'm
gosh.
kidding.
No,
But yes, Amapiano is really shaker, generally
It's
speaking.
good.
It's not
Yeah, it's funky, the dance styles.
in a bamba. I feel like it's I don't have to like listen to music to appreciate it.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay.
I think it's nice that people have found that style and have found themselves in that style. Of course, initially ilikuwa very much like copy paste South Africa,
Yeah.
but now I feel like watu wameweza make more
Explore.
exactly kuingiza even like our vernacular languages and made it more us.
Okay.
See, even with Afro beats, like see hata even though ilianzanga and then now we make more content like
Oh, okay.
Kenyanized.
Yeah.
So do you think we have a sound now? Like, sound yetu ni gani?
Sasa hapo ndio iko. As in, it
I
isn't
don't-
one sound. It's not one sound.
Exactly, like sound ya Americani
Okay, kuna diverse.
hata sisi
Yeah. Same way.
I don't make the same music as Muringi does. I don't make the same music as Erosh. I don't make the
Hey,
same
shout out
music
Muringe, shout out Erosh.
as Brandy. I don't make the same music
shout
as
out
even
Brandy.
Dex. But
Sweet stuff.
it's
But it's Kenyan.
it's Kenyan, yeah. I think
Ukisikia.
I think our sound is in the diverseness, in the gang urban tone, sorry, and the soul and the R&B and the Afro pop. Like it's we don't have to be put in nini. And even though later wasanii hawa grow, because now you can't in the rap also. Like it's really unfortunate that we've been made to think or made to believe that our Kenyan sound is not good just because atuna this one thing that's gonna package it nicely and sell it. Because if we wanted to, Abanton could have easily been the thing that we are ninning up and selling
ours.
it as ours. Exactly.
So what happened?
What to call the colorization
Of a fucking mind.
hiyo ndo kitu. Like I don't know why we are so hell bent on making it a one thing. And Abanton in a bamba, like it's such an like it takes. I think our tuni were genius. Like it takes a level of hear me out. It takes a level of kufikiria for you to be able to turn a phrase in Sheng and make it such a vibe. Because like I don't know. I feel like it's so interesting how creative Kenyans are, and it's not. We are not in a shortage of creativity.
Yeah,
like the same people who wrote, or rather, who can the same earth that birthed Lamba Lolo also birthed.
Lamba Lolo. At least I know that one.
Yeah,
Of course you
Which
do.
is the one which
yeah,
burst.
I know you do. That birthed my album, and that
Yes,
Oh,
and that's
damn.
the same ground that brings Kisapere or Kina Costa. It's
exactly.
The same.
And how do you justify that if not just because of how diverse we are, even just as Kenyans? Like hiyo ni kitu rich sana,
Very.
because I don't think kuna place yenye ina make as diverse music as Kenyan does.
Okay.
Like
Hata esezi.
exactly, like it's usually hawana mingi hivyo kaa sisi. Acha tu niseme tu hivyo
In
atakama
terms of
Diverse.
diversity.
atakama niko wrong, but like I think it's something we should really appreciate more. Like sisi ni wanoma,
Sini wazi.
sisi ni
Yeah,
wadedi.
don't wazi by the.
Us guys. Hata
Let's
wewe.
Hata wewe.
no musical
Somewhere.
artists.
Creative.
Specific. I find that gift of music.
Achana
please.
na
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Nipige msari.
What kuipa
Naona kuna lal fulani hapa.
Changamsha the nne.
Let's talk about your award, Afrima 2022, leading up to your award. Silikuwa 2022.
Sorry.
Nini nimeona?
Nini imekushika nini?
What has caught you?
Sorry, niko like half blind. Amesema Abantons ni kuchukua beats za ye. Niimbe.
Talk. Jaribu.
Kwa sure. Nasikia nipatia headache. We! This has
Imevuruta.
sana imeleta
Zione
vidole
hapa
sana.
hivi. Uboy za kumbe ya nini?
Thanks though.
But naweza kusomea.
Which one are you looking for?
Abantons ni kuchukua beats za
Abanton ni kuchukua beats za ye, niimbe na Sheng. That's not dope.
I think
It's
it's more
not-
than just taking
That's
the
not
beat.
that
They've
dope,
done
that's
more
what
than just
they're
taking the beat and
Exactly,
putting
like
something.
the lyricality of it. Like I think mi naona okay, music is subjective, but mi naona nika ni deadly.
Metoka
I think
kufikiria
pia iko
atuchukue beat throwback we urbanize already hiyo ni ushapatia
Yeah,
you've
and-
added to it.
Sijui mbona saizi ndo wase wanaanza kuwa pure about sijui music nini. Like when you really look at it, like sampling has always been there.
Yeah, always been
Exactly.
Like when, like even
yeah.
like the hip hop and the R&Bs that we grew up listening to, a lot of that was samples. You go back to like even like how rap started. Rap started because they used to take records from like jazz and
Rap.
soul.
Shout out to Mwaf.
Yeah, soul and
Mwaf
and,
ni
and
nani?
ni.
Umeshinda hapo.
Ujasikia ngoma yake Waitheras? Endo ucheki ni kali. Ina trend sahi. But you're saying what, Bash?
I was hoping that was gonna be funny. Honestly. No, ni-
No, wewe hujasikia Waitheras.
But it wasn't.
Ama inaitwaje ngoma ya Mwaf? Hakuna ngoma ina trend leo sahi. Sabato ali review.
And na reviewer sijui na iko poa. Hekari
like when you look at like even the way rap started, it was like unachukua like a track from a jazz or a soul ni, and then you just play that, like you loop like that
Yeah, you
initial
take a
beat,
section,
and then
yeah.
even though like beats zimekuwa
Una
created,
sample tu.
and up to now you go back and you listen to like hip hop, there was a lot of sampling. in
Hata
terms of,
huyo
like,
ye mwenyewe.
yeah, even
Master
yeah,
sampler.
exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
yani
Sampler,
sampler
ndio.
mbaya sana.
the
So
samples out mingi.
maybe kenye unafaa useme ni usiseme because I don't believe there's any new idea.
Definitely.
There's no new
Under
idea.
the
There's
sun.
nothing new under the sun. So when wanasemanga good artists still great, wanasema good artist copy, great artist still, or,
Still,
or something like that. It's like
Yeah.
these ideas have always been there.
Even Hami Simdi,
Who's that?
a comedian.
So it
There's
really
guy
takes
called
a
Hami
certain
Simdi. It's a remix of jokes.
level of genius to take something and just make it your own, and I feel like people have always been doing that.
Yeah.
Like si ati ni kama
Exactly.
you'll judge a musician ati aya sana nataka nikupe instruments nini we kuja na kitu mpya yenye sijawahi sikia. Like people reuse
Exactly,
beats
and it becomes a problem when we do it, Sasa. That's when now people are all of a sudden, as you say, being purists about it, being like, oh, apana, it's not that dope. Because you feel like, because it's home ground, that means
I don't know.
it's not as dope. But kuna msemanze Ghana amejazika kwa like, these Kenyans
Yes.
Oh, okay.
killing it.
Yeah, I get you.
I don't know mbona kuna hiyo some level of hatred of our own creation.
You think so?
Like we hold other people, like we hold
Higher.
Kenyans on like we hold our own on very high regards in terms of criticism.
So they say prophet is not
like,
honored.
Yeah, ndo bambe like wa
in his
Kenya
own land,
like unafaa kuwa umefanya kitu ingine, but like we don't hold the same microscope to other markets like the US nini. Like for you, like bora ngoma ya Naija ni kali, you won't even go and sijui ati ilisampoliwa wapi ama nini. But like for a Kenyan artist, like you hold them to such a high level of criticism that it's very unfair. Like hata tu mtu, like I was saying, wase wanaingilia, like these Abanton kids are kids. They are 19, 20, 21 year olds who are just trying to make an industry nini.
bombarding themselves.
And then you just come and like it's something new. It's like it's just ndo imeanza kumea, and then umekuja, you've already talking bad about it, crashing it nini. Like I don't know why we have so much hatred of our own creations. We don't do the same for other things than you see Kenyan, but as long as it's a Kenyan,
Yeah, true. A lot of talk about Abanton comments. Bana Abanton artists don't sample how uchukua the whole beat vile iko na wana change to lyrics.
Hiyo si kazi yenye amefanya kwa hiyo ngoma.
yeah, see, I change lyrics and
Ndo
andika
kazi
lyrics
amefanya.
Random vlog anasema we bana, what's up with George? I think he's missing George. He'll be around sometime this week for sure. Na Home Groot anaku appreciate anasema the babe is on fire.
Fire flames.
Calvin anauliza, ask her if she has a song with Uwaya in the works.
Oh.
Is that the way you pronounce?
First of all,
Yeah, it's why. It's why.
you are no.
No, you don't. Okay.
tu
Pole. Aya, Kelvin anasema Manu, you're the oldest in the room but super childish, unachoma bana.
Peleka na huko.
Peleka uzee huko wewe.
Peleka na huko.
Wewe bana nachoma, wase nitatulia from
Uko
now going
sawa.
forward. Aya, and Frank anasema Neo also wrote Let Me Love You by Mario. Yes, a lot of
Ndio ameandika.
Ameandika.
Frame by Muthaka and Barbara Wangui, who are two yearners. If you say you love me, I could want the life you want. I just want you.
Hiyo ni lyric najua imeku.
Hey.
Hiyo ni not sure album
Yana,
ni deadly.
let's start with Yana.
Si yearning.
Yearning for love?
Yearning, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's sorry, he
It's a
Starbuzz.
person.
Starbuzz is
miscellaneous
referencing
person.
Starbuzz is referencing one of the songs in my album called Frame. And one of the lines is, if you say you love me, I could want the life you want. Because I just
okay.
want you.
Are you a lover girl?
Mbaya mbo.
You
Mbaya
love to
Mbaya.
love.
Yani
Cheki kwa hapo hivyo.
mbaya. Mbaya. Yeah.
Amedive yote.
It's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love being loved and I love loving.
Are you inspired by your relationships when you write some of these songs? Like the feeling?
Hey.
The good and bad, yes.
intensity.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Taylor
yes,
Swift Adele.
Mambo kama
Msaki
haya.
kuvunja roho unaenda hapo una.
Si ndio.
Do you have breakup songs?
I have a song called Go. It's not necessarily a breakup song, but it's basically talking about kaunitaki weishia.
Ishia,
Like
go.
let's not do these things of you want me today, but then you don't want me to be seen with that. Go. And I don't think I have breakup songs, but I do have heartbreak songs, but not breakup songs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I should probably start being mean.
As in
Like nianze kupatiana.
What's the worst heartbreak you've gone through? The one that made you even write a song?
I have a song called 2019 in the album, but in 2019
It was bad.
Ulikapitia.
Karibishwa.
Iza man.
Fuck that nigga!
Oh, actually, thank you, bana. No, see, because now you had
Okay,
to
I've
go
fingered
through
the
that
wrong
ndio
song.
uandike hizo mangoma and everything.
But not thank you.
No, I mean like that was necessary in
Yeah, it
some
was-
way.
But
For
not
your
thank
musical
you.
But
Ilikuwa
pain
imeshaandikwa.
creates really good
Eh.
art.
yeah. I think
ilikuwa
when
shaandikwa kwa kitabu ya ja
there was someone ni wewe ulikuwa unaniambia I don't know which artist like alianza kuandika more of heartbreak songs because everyone else was writing love songs. So
Nani said something like that. Babyface
yeah.
said he started writing
Everyone
pain.
was too in love. Akaona acha niende side ingine.
He said guys were
It's two
relating
sides of the
the
same
story of
coin.
pain.
Mm.
So if you listen to Babyface songs, even the ones he wrote for other people, it's about heartbreak.
To the
Why
left,
didn't
to
you
the
come
left.
back home tonight? Stuff like that. So, so 2019 was inspired by some pain happen
I have a song called 2019. I have a song called Guitar. I have a song called Let You Go. I have a song called Broken Heart. But from the same person.
That's why I said thank
No,
you.
unasema
Four major
thank you.
songs.
cheki baya amekutolea
Inspire ngoma nne noma
We could have
sana.
done without it.
Oh,
but,
yeah?
but yeah, hiyo ilikuwa mbaya. It was one of those like una lose weight, una yeah.
Ilikuwa hiyo time ulikuwa hiyo interview na Anyiko?
I know that was in 2022. That was after even
Oh, you'd
Afrima.
healed, sorry. Okay.
Si nilikuwa na thrive hata ulikuwa nasema I looked young. He was like I looked young.
One of the most badass.
Nilikuwa nisha heal nikagain hata
Sasa
weight
mbona ulete
nikashuka
kwa
mwili.
live show hiyo story?
Sijui sahi nakaa mzee.
Nani alisema hiyo?
Honestly, nilisikia Tianganya akisema hiyo kitu.
Ulisikia?
Juu mimi nilikuwa napita. Mimi
Yeah.
hawa sasa wanapiga story.
Oh, yeah,
So before we
ukasikie.
started recording, me I'm just there making myself coffee. So when I'm passing here, asikia Tianganya. So I saw you on Anyiko's podcast. You are looking young.
Imagine.
I
So
didn't
meant
say
to
that.
say you were
You guys,
looking
you're a punk.
younger.
I said
Imagine.
you really looked young. That's what I
yeah
said.
younger than maybe
Because now
That's what I'm saying. No,
Younger
you
than-
see, and
younger
I
than-
qualified. I said.
You didn't qualify. Ni
I
kama
said you
ile-
look young now, but I also said.
Mtu akwambia
I also
leo-
said
mtu
you
akwambia
looked.
leo
You
umeng'ara
looked.
inamaanisha
You
nini?
looked
Ungarangi.
like.
Ungarangi
Exactly.
kawaida.
Yeah.
You looked
Ungarangi.
like. Say, I even told it. I thought you were in high school at that time.
Hakuna kitu na explain hapo.
Wewe kwani wewe ndio nao nimeongelea?
basi ni wakuchocha
Wait, time inaenda kuisha. I want to ask.
Date mazee
I want
imekula.
to ask about the Afrima Awards.
yeah that's what you are
Siangani umekula hiyo red bait biscuit.
So, yeah, Victor had actually asked about 2019. Hey, kuna mafans hapa hivi.
don't check it, guys.
400 people watching, man.
408
out.
people.
We actually had 426 at some point.
wow
Muthaka guys love
Niliwaambia
you.
msiaki kitu hapa.
Yeah,
Woi.
sorry.
So,
Thanks guys,
yeah,
now I love.
Afrima, whatever, Afrima Awards, all right,
Yes.
2022.
Yes.
Tell us leading up to that award, like what was happening
Like in my life or
in your music life?
oh wow, how much time do you have? Gosh. So this was sorry, this was Afrima 2022, but the awards happened January of 2023. Nimembo akipole I'm so far. So what happened was
What happened was
I was right on the edge of terminating my contract with Universal because I was under contract with them for like 3 years, 2.5 years at that point, and I didn't feel like my music was being given the attention that it deserved. So tulikuwa kwa hiyo msuka
yeah
Msukomano.
yeah
yeah, trying to get out of the album, and then they were like so we had come to an agreement of okay sir, because you want to terminate, give us 4 more songs and then your story shapo. So I remember I had even just sent an application random too, like you just see these things online and you're like I just applied and I forgot about it. So this was like in I don't know September or October. So I was now in the process of releasing the last 2 songs because the song I have with Sage, actually the song called Go, came out
Hey, shout out
January.
Sage.
Shout out to Sage. That's my girl. Came out in January, right after the Afrima, and then I had released 2 songs in December. Yani nilizitoa hivyo mbio mbio. So at that time, like I said, I was coming out of the contract. So when the announcement was made that I was nominated, it kind of brought like a very huge headache because it was giving like I can't be let out of the contract anymore. I can't even be allowed to release music anymore. Like it was one of those things where it's like, or I think they were like, Ama, we made a mistake. Like maybe we should have invested more or put more in her, seeing as now ni kama she's worth it. I don't know.
penying out here.
Right. So then it happened, then the awards happened, and I remember, guy, I was so broke. I talked about this in the other podcast.
Financially incorrect.
The
Check
one
out
you're
my
looking
episode
young
there.
in, no?
Sorry?
The one you're looking young in.
Chana na hiyo. This is another.
Yes.
Okay, guys, comment in the chat. How old do I look for real? Like,
Aye. Well, you don't have to ask such a question.
no, acha waniambie.
See,
Hapa ni mafans.
They look- they
Ni
know
nakaa
you
how
look
old?
Wait,
What?
jibuni swali ya
20,
Muthaka.
21 for
How
it.
young do you think she looks?
And big.
Ndio, so hiyo financial iko na maswali kali and then you
Sika hizi zako.
Ndio.
Kwenda huko. So yeah, I remember I was down bad. Like 29.
Sana huyu ajui
That's a
hesabu.
hater.
Huyu ajui maths.
24.
Yeah, more like
Observation yake ni
that's
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's
guys.
Huyu
Thanks.
nani?
Real
Twende
guys.
tuchome huyu
Hata
jamaa
Solomon, I
kwanza.
think ni Michael
Peleke
and I hate
mazee
with
kando
a
ya-
pseudonym.
Peleke kando ya
Check, let me
fence
hate on my
mazee.
sis using the Solomon pseudonym.
Na tumia doza mafuta
Solomon, we know
mchome
it's
huyu
you.
Solomon
man.
huyu
I
guy.
mean Michael.
Peleke hapo nyuma mpige mob justice.
Yecha yenele kifungua dona 22 tendelee
Solomon
hivyo.
tusipatane na wewe.
Kimemdia kwa hapo mazao ametoka hapo na maiji. Kimemdia utreat mse. Kimemdia instead of treating guys is andika age.
He's over here watching the pod.
Check it patient, check.
Patient ako huko na hema.
Ngoja kidogo kabla nikuhudumie.
Yani all that juu amesema 29. Boy, pole Solomon. Oh gosh, yeah. So yeah, I was really down bad, like financially and also mentally, just because I was very unsure of like what's going on with my career, what's gonna happen, am I gonna win? I was up against like Tanasha Donna, Nandi, like what's they were deadly.
Yes, I know.
And here comes little old me. So I remember then I won, and then there was this whole thing
Shout out to you
online.
for winning. man.
Thank you so much. Oh yeah, I won.
shout
And
out, man.
actually, it's a napata shares.
Shout out to Sean for the
So
super chat.
hatuko tumeandikiana.
Atuko na contract, you're right. Sky, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I
You won the award.
won the award, and I was up against such like what were deadly sana,
What
and
was
then
the category?
it was I won best female artist in Eastern Africa, and then
Fuck you guy, all this Eastern African.
West Africa.
Faa iko.
hizo zote. And then I also had a nomination for Songwriter of the Year. Hiyo ndo nilikuwa nataka sana manze.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thank God I won best female artist. So at the time guys were really mad, of course, because who are you winning against Nandi? Like for real. Hata me I was like, enyewe if hata mimi ningekuwa nyinyi ningekuwa outraged. But also I feel like I want to give a huge credit to the power of community, because that's the only reason why I won. Like I had a very active Sunshine community walikuwa wananivutia every day.
Na pia wase wamema.
I think we don't lipiga joke.
Hata
ya mwisho ya
kuwa.
mama.
Walikuwa wananivutia every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's literally the only reason I won, and I feel like from there actually is when I started an evening with Muthaka, because I saw actually there is a lot that could be gained from just building your people pole pole. So yeah, at that time it didn't help, of course, the backlash of guys saying really mean
When it was
things.
major.
It wasn't like a big deal, but it was
big enough.
Ama the way
Miss J kwa Nairobi gossip. So can you imagine
they wrote.
at the time, like coming from a lot of nothing, and then all of a sudden you're like
Uko
on that
Nairobi
side,
gossip.
uko Nairobi gossip. What to just people who don't know you and just saying all these
Walikuwa
things.
nasema nini hapo Nairobi gossip?
Oh, lilala na nani?
Serious?
It's
That's
it's just because of her looks, and I'm like, aki ya Mungu,
Kwani kuna
Nandi.
boy fulani anaitwa Mwafa alikuwa anaingilia over the weekend.
Wallahi,
Na msee mwingine anaitwa IQ.
wallahi.
Yeah, mazi. Wako chini sana.
Alikuingilia sana
Tisk,
ama kidogo.
tisk, tisk.
Kiasi.
Walikuingia.
Kichwa. So yeah, so that's that. So and then you really feel the negative comments for sure, right?
At the time, yeah, it was like, I remember it was like 6 months of like me being really, really like, I don't know what's going on with my life, because at the same time, bado I'm still in that limbo with the label, and then of course online, it's this really big thing that has happened to me that I've never experienced before. But of course, there's the flip side of, it's like guys don't, like people who don't know me at least aren't really happy, or aren't at least taking the opportunity to be like, okay, basi uni nani, basi.
And
if-
you, what was the emotion you were feeling? Were you? It was both
Let me
sides
tell
of the
you,
coin.
me in the moment, I was so happy. I was so excited. I was like, Nime make it. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
So, like, I didn't even feel the intensity of the backlash until Sani Rudi. Ndio sasa when the news broke and especially considering again pia I was the only Kenyan who won that
year.
That year, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, shout
So
out to
it
you, man.
was it was like okay, again considering also hearing all these negative things from the label and then now winning and then hearing more negative things, it's like, okay, am I actually not deserving of anything at this point? Because it's like if so many people tell you something, at some point you're bound to believe it, especially if you're not in a strong enough mental state to be like, mi najijua, I know what I'm worth, I know
class 3.
you know. So I definitely was at a very low like self-esteem point, and then having this big thing happen followed by so it looked
like you'd expect people to be happy for you
at the very least, but then life iko tu hivyo. So but yeah, I think it also gave me what the tools I needed just to navigate the industry, because I think if I didn't feel the worst of the worst that people could say about you, ningeendelea na a kind of like deluded perception of the industry, because industry is brutal. Like if people want or don't want something for you, utakuwa, for lack of a better word, blacklisted. Like it's very easy for you to be left out of certain spaces just because they don't like you. And the industry, the way it is, Kenyan and otherwise in the music, in the theater, like all these creative spaces, kuna wale wasi fulani, and if they don't approve or if they don't like that you got something that maybe they would have wanted someone else to get it, ni evil. So like for me, I'm just very lucky that I have my community of people who will always say my name in places where it's gonna be very obvious, like apana me release album mbona or apana hii song ni deadly mbona. So it's like it made me also be able to relax in the thought that okay, ata kama sitafanya gigs for 3 months, if no one wants me, I'll put up my own show. If no one wants to engage me, I'll do my own thing. I'll put up my own music. I'll fund my own album. It's like I can do it myself.
What do you feel when people say that you're only getting all this success because you're beautiful?
I'm very flattered. It's again, I talk about it in my album. It's like perception is everything, especially in a front-facing industry like ours, where you're always like being seen. And I won't deny, like, pretty privilege is a thing. Like it's I won't be deluded enough to think that there are certain rooms and spaces that people do or don't get into because of how they present themselves. But at the same time, I feel like we also need to get to a place where we look beyond that. It's like, it's one thing if nakaa fiti and I'm using auto-tune and I'm just nining off of that and I'm not actually putting in the work. I'm not trying to advance my skill. I'm not improving on my performances. I'm not, sijitumi ku DM kisiangani Tom about nikuje kwa podcast. Like if I'm just relaxing and waiting for things just to come my way because I think I look nice, I think that's very different from, okay, I know there's this advantage that I have, but also I have to work maybe more just to show that relax, like I'm also doing my best and I'm also putting in the effort regardless.
But even me, I'm not leaning on it.
On your looks, that's
why unatumia majokes sasa kwa
I'm putting in the work.
But also, like, there's nothing bad about using any advantage that you have in life to progress your stuff.
I mean, because people even
no
use
one should
networks.
make you feel guilty that you're pretty.
You didn't choose to be like that.
Tunaongea kuhusu. I feel like in the entertainment industry, especially.
What do you mean
like,
using your beauty to move
No, I'm
forward?
just saying, like, it's an advantage that you already have. And
So you lean on it.
Yeah, you lean on it. Like, no one should shame you for.
Yeah, as long as you're
like
not being
using
an
your
asshole
looks to-
about it, you acknowledge that you know how the world goes in terms of that.
Yeah.
That, I think, it can inform in so many other things that you're doing.
And how about
Yeah.
how's the industry generally? Is it safe for chicks right now?
you know
Like
what?
dealing with producers and all this.
I love that question so much also because I was having a conversation with someone.
Finally.
Did you begin? At last. At last. Wait, cheki. Acha nini na hizo swali zote. This is what I was coming to people.
Like after 105 minutes.
No, Thomas Edison alijaribu 900 times.
Alafu on the 901.
I love that.
I don't want to lose my good name. I don't want to like lose endorsements. It's like an optic thing. Like I won't be disrespectful to you. Do ikitoka nisi lose out, but not because I think
They believe in that.
you're worth
but-
being respected.
I think maybe the people in the industry are hearing this and.
Are they?
No.
But
Like,
Utakuja kunibeba juju.
No, that's Muthaka's opinion.
Kidogo, but I think we're back.
It's back, okay.
Are we back?
Are we good, guys?
Nilikuwa
Walikuwa
naona
wamehang.
ilikuwa nani. Okay, so you can continue.
Oh.
It was hanging.
Hey, umenishtua.
No, but are we back? Are we back for sure?
No, because like you are explaining and I'm just
Yeah,
saying
we're good.
It's new.
Yeah.
Continue.
Alikuwa nafikiri imehang, don't worry. You're saying something.
Nilidhani unasema umekuja hapo
No.
kuniletea vitu. Hey, but yeah.
Maybe say that again. I'm sure the guys who missed it. You're saying, and it's an important point you're making, not because...
My personal opinion, majority, I feel, the reason why the industry has changed in terms of men not being caught in scandalous situations is mainly because these men themselves don't want to be implicated in scandals, but not necessarily because they actually respect or hold you as a woman with any kind of regard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sitakuja niongee mbaya kwako just ndio isisemekane nimeongea mbaya ni lose my good name. But I still think you're a woman, so you deserve nothing and we shouldn't listen to your opinion. That's what I think mainly. Okay. But of course, there's the flip side of people are actually waking up to the small microaggressions that would be allowed to go on in spaces just because men are dominating a conversation, and the like sexualization of women in like music videos and things. Like, it's becoming more of a conversation that guys are more aware of than they weren't previously. But I still think at the back of guys' mind, especially powerful men, if they could,
they would still be
they
doing
would, yeah,
the same shit.
Exactly. If there are no consequences, and if the consequences wouldn't affect their images or their money, but like because now it's more like it's not really nice that you're caught being a diddy or like being a certain type of way, they are less likely to have those cases.
Okay.
Does that
It does,
answer
but
your
it's
question?
Still a sad situation.
I mean, it is, but like, it's in life.
Your life, man. Your life is too short end of
but
the
I'd
stick.
rather-
They're not
rather-
very direct, but I'm sure you say there are other microaggressions. There's some things that like there are certain things that you can just tell.
Of
Like,
course.
there's some things they get away with. Basically.
Of course, yeah. And I feel like as artists, especially like for me, hey, let me tell you, I take so much pride in owning my work and in the fact that I struggled to put in that 600,000 from my own pocket because
Kenyatta shillings.
because if I wanted to, of course I could have called in favors. Of course I could have exchanged, any kind of something with someone just to not have to pay.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's another thing. It's like there's so much power in owning your work as an artist, and there's so much leverage that you have once you show that you're willing to stand on your ground. Because at the same time, even if you give someone opportunity to exchange favors or like not necessarily pay something, they also now have a say in the creative process, in the timing of things. Wanaweza cut na song, like there's just power in being able to be like, I can stand firm on my decision and I can pay you for your service without having to be like, let's be all chummy about it just so that ni save a few shillings here and there, because of how the industry is. And again, it goes back to the statistics of it, of like, if we didn't sign a contract, especially like, and you've worked on it, it's in your favor as the producer, as the person who's created it. Legally, it's in your favor because you've put in the work, regardless of mi nilikuja studio nikasema he like you own it because you put in a significant amount of money, whether it was paying for plugins or ito vitu tu za maproducer zenye zina nini, as long as pesa imekuwa involved, when do una own hiyo kitu. So
Alrighty, it's almost time for us to go to work. Pole. Kuna msee amepiga pili moja noma sana hapa, anasema wewe Manu usifunge hii pod saa hii, inabamba tu sana. You and Bash can cut close to your Jobo check-in time. Muthaka unaka 2021.
Oh, thanks.
Usisikize Manu. What do you mean usisikize Manu? Mimi nimesema
Mimi
sijasema, me did I even say niche. But cheers for the $15 Canadian.
Thank you so much.
Shout out.
So we really need to close it up.
We need a
But
back to like in.
Whether you're welcome to this pod.
Anytime, man.
Really? Mi tarudi next week. Mnacheza na mimi?
Yeah, we're ready.
We're actually
Mi
doing,
na promote vitu
we are doing
videni
a hangout on Saturday. We're calling it
On Sunday.
Independence on Sunday.
The 31st.
this week.
Yeah, Sunday the 31st.
Yeah. So
If you haven't gotten your ticket, get it.
we have a country called Nzigestan where Nziges, who are our fans, live. And we're having our first Independence Day on Sunday.
Way.
Celebration day. We have crowned him as the Ayatollah and Supreme Leader of
Aya shorter.
Yeah, so we're gonna be giving him the crown on that day, and we're also gonna be giving out basically just appointments.
Where is
Minister of Finance, Minister of
We're doing a mageuzi.
Mageuzi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you have time, you
Time?
can swing by. From is it
7 to 10
30 huko ya
prompt.
usiku.
Yeah.
Iko poster, nitumie poster.
Nitakutumia. Bado ziko. Haya, kimemdi mazee Iza. Hiyo swali yako hatuna time ya kujibu, but as we are closing it up on Thursday, we're gonna be where on Thursday? Pale Gecko.
Oh my gosh, guys, Gecko. Please kujeni Gecko Cafe. It's free entry. It's apo Mbazi. Is it Mbazi really? Apo Lavington.
Kingard.
Bas, iyo.
Not Kingard, as you term Kingard. Then as you're panning Kingard, and then on your right there's a Naivas, okay? Then up on Mbele just kiasi. You just turn to your right and then you'll see Gecko is pale on the right side. When you're in pale Mbazi.
I think when you
so you just you'll see many more teas packed up kando. And then now you just sing there.
see
Then you just nab a couple of drinks. Then you just really listen to Muthaka polite.
Just, yeah.
when you see 3 white
Polite.
men in flip-flops entering a place,
In shorts.
up on your nigga.
Or follow the nice music.
Yeah, there's going to be music.
Also, yeah, from 7 p.m. mnakaribishwa sana. I'll be performing hizo songs zote zenye mmesema kina frame nini priceless. Yes, I'll be performing them from my album Off My Chest. Asanteni guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to also all my sunshiners who are
Sunshiners!
badala ya pale.
Yeah.
Thank you for your comments. Yeah, this was nice.
Yeah, no, iliweza sana mno. So your guys should also dash to your
YouTube.
Insta?
and watch your
Yes,
videos.
please. Yes, please. I paid so much money. Please go listen to the album. It's out everywhere, Spotify, YouTube. Everywhere you listen to music, you
Off
will
My Chest,
find
ama?
Off My Chest, sana sana, yes. But you can listen to any
All the
song
album.
yenye inakubamba hapo. But sana sana Off My Chest. Can follow me also on Instagram _Muthaka. You can DM me, tell me how young I look. I'll appreciate it. That would be nice. Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully nitakuwa na in person on Thursday if you can make it. But yeah.
Ukiona tu watu wameandika nzige hapo juu tu ni
juu ni
Waswahili
wao.
podcast. Na wataja.
Nzige X
Wanakuanga
Sunshine.
kifos.
Right?
Yeah, they're a serious group of individuals.
swarm.
No, imeweza sana Muthaka mazee, mimi nimeenjoy. You're welcome to come
Same here.
anytime.
Anytime.
Come join us. We have a lot of banter sessions here. You won't be on the spotlight on that date. Utajoin 2 stories zetu.
Aina mambo.
Alafu you just
Flow.
Utakuja na mic.
hiyo day ukikam mtakuwa na maopinion zingine kali kali.
Utakuja
Unajua
na
usini judge kwa hii pod.
Don't judge a man by his first podcast.
Me ukikam next time. But stories are, deep.
Si maswali za
Leo nilikuwa na hold back cause sikutaka ku.
Right.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, by the way.
Yes.
Thanks for, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
yeah.
for.
So, cheers. Shout out to Nduta.
Shout out.
Thanks for making time and coming through. Nduta is
Yeah,
actually
same here.
for a tour with Nelly.
Yeah, Nelly is currently on tour.
Shout out,
doing comedy
Nelly.
with my laugh language. Yeah, stop. So she's doing a couple of cities hapa na pale.
Okay.
I think next ndio next June 12th.
Oh, June 12th.
Yeah, June 12th.
Oh, is it an all ladies lineup?
No. Juu okay yako hapo.
Nani?
Watch karaoke.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure who else
so
is
it's
on
all
there.
sapere.
Hapana karaoke. Ni mjaka.
Okay. But shout out to all
But that's a
Comedy
good,
Culture is producing. So, shout out to
okay.
them as well.
Shout out to
no.
Marcus doing all the work hapo comedy.
Checking them on
Check it, Marcus. Now, indeed, I don't love that particular joke, man. Look, can you try it again? Bash, you're just back from Eldoret.
I'm back from Eldoret, man.
How was Eldoret? Ama you'll review it up on Mbele.
Yeah, I think hii episode ni ya Muthaka, so
But I want to know how Eldoret was.
Eldoret was nice.
ulikuwa huko-
Did you kumonga mamizi yako yote?
What type of question
Did
is
he
that?
even have time?
Do I even look like someone who does that?
He does not.
Oh my god.
He's
Yaani
halal.
mgeni akikuwa tu ndo unauliza swali za
Oh, so you didn't kumonga?
no.
But did you appear on a pod while you were there?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, I did a
Yeah, who's-
podcast called the Uninterrupted Podcast with a guy called Tito. So check it out. Nimecollab
out.
na my Halaiki Network YouTube page.
Oh, cool.
Just go and search the Uninterrupted Podcast. I did an amazing 1 hour 25 minutes.
Cool stuff, man. Shout out to Uninterrupted. podcast.
Uninterrupted.
The host is called?
Tito.
Shout out.
Tito
I saw
himself.
snippets of it on
Tito
Instagram.
himself.
So then watch mazita. Also, don't forget.
Manzige pia
Sunday-
li- okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, on Sunday we're doing the
Yeah,
Independence Day. So maze tickets we ban.
Baini matiko.
Yeah,
Zile-
Tiko's
zile
is
Bado.
Baki ngapi?
nunueni
Kidogo
matiko.
sana.
Ukiona imefungwa ujue zimeisha.
Zimeisha.
Yeah.
Lakini usingoje kuambiwa zimeisha. We
Yeah,
come to.
so if kama yenyewe aungekuja kutuona Muthaka ameconfirm atakuwa. So please buy tickets and you'll see Muthaka on Sunday pale Mageuzi.
Alafu pia Thursday. Tufanye exchanger.
So
tu-
Thursday,
tufanye
mkuje
Thursday
Thursday
mtoke
ni-
get
Sawa.
Mimi
Gecko.
nikitoka job mtakam.
Unatoka
Shida
job saa ngapi?
ni you guys
Thursday
Gecko
tunakuanga-
inaishanga by 10
Thursday-
sharp.
Sina
Eh,
for
but
over
ndio.
11.
Hizo ni a lot of hours. Na perform between
Tuta-
7 and like 9 and 30.
Yeah, 7 9:30.
So will you be
Itakuwa
around
zone.
there at 9 though? At 10?
Okay. Yes.
You'll be around. So
Yeah,
we'll just
but I
pop
would be
into-
performing in-
No, we'll pop
set
in
itakuwa
for nini
imeisha.
support.
Watakuwa natoka job.
Alafu kenye
Kwani
tutafanya
shida?
Muthaka ni kesho kutwa. All the lives will do tutaongea hiyo
Oh, guys.
Cheki, mi ndachungulia. I'll chungulia at Gecko because I think we'll be down there at TNL with kina David.
Hata heri mngesema mnakuja alafu offline mniambia mnaenda job. Sasa
Aya,
ona-
so
Sasa
tutakuja.
ona-
but wanatujua tutakam na manzige pia.
But hawa watakam for sure. Kwenye si tutakuwa job, but we'll pass by
No
after
problem.
job. But for them, I'm
Tutaonana
pretty
Sunday.
sure.
Yeah.
Wait, si mtakam?
Cheki, sasa mimi
Simultan
nimesema
pair
ndakam.
ticket.
No, we nimesikia. We tusha kuhesabu.
Sasa show yenu.
Nitakupea. Tutaongea
Offline.
Sawa.
So Bashir will do a live with Bashir and Duta and the rest of the squad that will update ya Eldoret. Manzige nasikia ilitokea. Nasikia kulikuwa na Manzige moja alikuwa ananitaka sana.
Felix.
Eh,
Felix alikuwa
Shout out to
katikati ya show.
eh.
David Masharia is performing. It's like, I want Kisiangani now.
Haya.
Call him.
Haya, eh.
Like he's not heckling at nini. Like he's like, I want to see
And he's
Kisiangani.
just, yani,
So
imemu-overwhelm.
before the show I'm telling him Kisiangani ameenda Ocha. Aniambia toa hiyo simu mpigie umwambie akuje.
Damn, you guy.
Felix, you guy kupata, you guys
Yeah.
over.
You guy, brother. It's over for my ass. My ass is gone. Those are stories za huku ndani. Let's not dilute what we've talked about with Muthaka. Muthaka, shout out to you. Thank you for making the time.
Yeah, shout out, Muthaka.
Also, shout out to number one, your manager,
Yes.
Sharon, right?
Yes, Sharon, shout out to
Mazee
Sharon.
msalamie sana.
Najiona hii ni guilt. Hii ni guilt inafanya utume all these salamus. Sharon alimtext alafu sijui ni nini akafanya. But ni sawa nitamsalimu.
Cheki, ni vile ako na
Hapa
mild-
tusemangi
mild
ukweli.
ADHD.
Yeah.
Ni sawa. Don't
So,
worry
shout out
zitafika.
Sharon. I'll shout out to your brother,
Shout
Mike.
out to
Yeah, shout out Mike.
All right.
Yeah.
Shout
Na
out.
utoke kwa jikoni mzee. See you guys on the next one.
Shout out.